Hello, and welcome to something a bit different. We've been planning this for a couple of weeks, and by we, I mean Mr. Egg has been putting in way too much work. Also, hi, I'm the nebulous being that sometimes gets referred to as Chaos, sometimes referred to as Alex, and honestly, there's probably about 100 other names you could give me.
Way too much? What? No, 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 no. I am just insanely OCD. There is a difference, I assure you.
I believe you.
Yes, as we should. So, I guess I've had a little bit of a passion project in my brain recently. I am making it my mission, for some reason, because my brain decided to do so, to rank every single fighting game character that is playable and exists
Yes.
in one giant, complete, until DLCs come out for games or new releases, tier list.
I'm sure this isn't going to start getting unruly after 2 episodes. Honestly, after the 1 episode, we have 90 plus just in this one.
Yeah, joke's on you, it won't until season 4, because I have put all of the season 3 characters in, because they are all returning. Haha! Anyway, rules for being in the tier list are this simple. Well, I'll use the context of this is the Street Fighter episode, because you gotta start with the OG, or the main OG. Character must be playable in their own franchise. So you might be going, where are some of the dolls in the tier list, like Anero? Or where is Shadow Lady? Answer, not playable, therefore not in this list. If people want us to rank them, precisely, because Shadow Lady is playable in stuff like the MVC free mod. But if people want them ranked, maybe we do that in future. Also, there's no EX characters because they're going to be its own thing.
Akira gets
those
its
are
own
Akira
space.
characters. Yeah, Akira deserves its own space. They've been around a long time. This is, I believe, through comprehensive research, every single one of the 92 playable characters in Street Fighter. People might go, why 92? And that's because people forgot 5 exist. So, this'll be fun.
I assume most of the idea of a tier list is a thing people are aware of, but to cover a few things of note, the unrankable tier is where we will put things we are not quite sure or do not have enough information to make a proper judgment. And for the sake of our ranking, a D tier is a just barely passing, a C tier is mid and or average, and obviously S tier is near perfect.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I don't want to put too many things into S. But we'll see.
Entirely fair. As I say, we have every character, so this is going to be a fun one. Grab your popcorn, folks.
Yeah, and the one other thing I will say before we actually get started, we did discuss having a tier for what we were referring to as the Blorbo tier, of just like, this character probably shouldn't rank as highly as we want them, so we're going to put them in this tier of, we really like this character regardless of where they should otherwise rank. But that is up to the audience if that's a thing you want us to add, or if you just want to or if you want us to actually find a place to put them regardless of bias.
Okay, the Blorbo tier, or the we just think they're neat tier. Maybe it's the potato tier. Maybe it's the Marge Simpson potato tier. We don't know. We'll work it out.
How can you not like potatoes?
I just think they're neat.
They are the most satiating food.
It is quite literally, I think, my favorite meme of all time. Anyway, shall we get this kicked off? Because we have a lot of characters to go through.
Yes.
Alright, and yes, there's a little inconsistency because of 2 characters' names being with dots, but honestly, you could put them either alphabetically with a K, or you could put them as a dot, so we just did what we did. Our first character is, I believe, Abel.
Abel is the first
Street
one we
Fighter
have,
4.
yeah.
Okay, right off the bat, I like Abel. I believe we both like Abel.
Yes,
I believe we both played 4 and we both like it.
I think Abel definitely scores points from us just liking it. I definitely think he scores points from a gameplay standpoint.
Yeah, story-wise, he's weird. So, I know Abel is basically meant to be Bison's body replacement.
He is one of the clones,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, he's one of those, but he somehow survives, and he escapes Shadaloo. And as a result, he has basic amnesia. He doesn't quite know what the hell's going on. Technically speaking, he is the first doll, by definition, because the dolls are all potential body doubles or replacement bodies for Bison who serve him, right? Because there is the hypothetical he could have taken on Cammy's body.
I don't know if we know if he is like canonically the first.
He is technically the first to be converted into something. So people could argue he is the first doll. I'm like, kind of. Technically speaking, he was marked as Abel, the rest are marked with numbers. So I think that's where it comes from.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's friends with Guile and Charlie, I'm pretty certain. But I think that's just because he ends up walking onto the airstrip at some point in the story. 4's story is not the best. This was before, like, MK9, where there was an actual story mode, which kind of hurts him.
He's also just in a weird place because he feels like he's a one-character game, not because of his popularity, not because of his playstyle, but because of his story. Because it is also heavily implied that this is the body that Seth stole at some point.
Yeah, or at least it's implied that Seth wanted his body.
Yeah.
But then again, Seth is like one of 26 copies of Seth, so I think it gets weird the more you look into it, because it's like, which one of the 26 at this point?
As I think I am... You are definitely more the lore. I think I'm mostly on like the aesthetic side of things.
Yeah.
His visual is
they
very
are
basic, but
Yeah,
it's kind
like
of meant to be.
Yeah, he's meant to be a judo fighter, right? So
Yeah.
he's got a gi, and that makes absolute sense for a judo fighter. But I will say his hair is very striking,
Yes.
considering.
There's not quite that, like... There's not too many instances of that level of blonde, and a lot of them are not quite human, or not quite normal, I suppose.
Yeah. I think what also hurts him is technically his face is the same as Seth's, so it's not as unique.
Yeah.
So people look at him and go, oh, that's just Seth with flesh. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess you're not wrong, but at the same time, it doesn't feel entirely correct.
Like, I do want to cover, like, visual design in terms of moves as well, and, like, I do think he has one of the more interesting Wreckers, and not just because it ends as a grab, but the grab definitely helps. His, like, command grab is very weird, the sort of just fully, like, spinning them around his head is almost comedic in a way, but, like, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think a lot of his moves are memorable, because he also has, like, the forward roll, the Coppo kick sort of thing.
Yes. And then...
Which is something I don't think they've ever replicated.
Then there's Soulless and Breathless for his ultras, and I will always be Team Breathless. The command grab is just better.
I can never remember what his look like, if I'm completely honest. I think one of them is just like an enhanced version of Spin, right?
So,
If I remember correctly?
Soulless is an ultra combo. It is the most ultra combo. It's just, here is a series of attacks. Like, the only thing of note is his eyes go black for it. Like, that's not really much. Breathless, yeah, it's a charging tackle, and then it's almost like a Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Like, he gets him on the fireman's carry, and then spins them up and tosses them like that. Like,
I mean, for supers, I think we just judge the super as the super, like the conventional, because the combos are just a combo.
no, like,
If you think about it.
because we are Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter had supers, which were like the lesser ones, and then they had ultras
right, yeah.
were the big supers. So, yeah, his Ultra 1 is very, like, Soulless is very much just, here is a big fancy combo. Yeah, Breathless Ultra 2 is a pretty good looking command grab. Like, I am biased because I use it, but
Yeah, God, he does do a lot of spins, huh?
yes, it's a lot of spin. He's a very spinny boy.
It starts off giving me like the F9 vibes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
like-
Tornado
I think
F10 sort of thing.
Oh, it also goes to the wall. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, again, I will always be on Team Breathless. Breathless is better.
I feel like I want to give Abel a C tier because I feel like I don't want to punish him heavily for being in the game just before a story mode. You know what I mean?
And like,
And he is memorable.
yeah, the
That's
man,
brilliant, right?
the man feels very average, and like, he's one of those. It's like maybe if he had more appearances, he would be moving either way. But from the one, putting him in C feels about right.
Yeah, I mean he's been in 2 games technically because yes, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but in terms of main line, yeah,
Properly, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We'll put Abel in C.
yeah. I think he's. I don't know if he ends up as a low or a high C. I think that's just going to depend.
I
right?
don't. Given how big this is, this might end up being. I don't think we're gonna be that specific with it.
Oh, I like to be though. So that's my thing. In my brain, he'll have a spot. I'll tell you that for free.
Okay.
Abigail. I don't like Abigail.
I also don't like Abigail. I don't know if I can put Abigail in F, but I also don't want to put him. I also kind of want to put him in E personally.
I have an issue with the Final Fight side of Street Fighter, and I feel like the Street Fighter dev team are taking bets on how long it takes to put Hagar in the game, and how many obscure characters we can put in, right? Because we've got Cody, we've got Guy, we've got Lucia, we've got Sodom, we've got Poison, we've got Hugo, we've got Rolento. I believe we have Abigail as well, who's also a Mad Gear member.
There's the like
I can't.
big
I
boss
can't
with
remember
the
anyone's missing.
there's the big boss with the dreads that is in the story mode for Street Fighter 6 but isn't playable, which I'm surprised they haven't thought of adding him yet.
Oh, don't, mate. Don't give them the idea of getting them Thrasher damned.
I'm not giving them the idea. I'm surprised they haven't had the idea themselves already.
I can't say Abigail. Like, Abigail's moveset is definitely memorable. I remember him coming onto the stage and going beep beep with his fake little wheel bullshit.
Yes, he is memorable, but a lot of the things that are memorable about him are also a lot of the things that make me not like him.
Was he ever good in 5? That's, I think, the other argument, right? Was he ever played to a competitive level?
I think
Because
so.
I feel like Street Fighter 5 was a lot more competitive, right? Because Street Fighter 4 doomed its own comp when they added Elena.
Yeah,
healing
that's
is
that.
bullshit.
Yeah, that was there's a reason
So
why that. I think she
I
ended up
will
getting
never
banned.
do Tom. Yeah, I believe healing got banned. I believe Elena was fine.
Yes, you like because everyone was just like everyone was. It's not even that everyone was taking healing. Everyone was taking double ultra, so they had the option to take healing if they needed it. So they just
Yeah,
went no,
true.
no, you don't get healing. You have to take ultra one.
Yeah, you have to take Ultra 1 or you can't play.
It's like
This is the grown-up table.
you have to take ultra one or you don't get to play Elena.
I
But
think E is the right spot. I do
Like-
believe it.
I have to like there are some interesting things in his visual design of like the moves and stuff. I love how much his moves just casually break the fourth wall, but also they don't really give a reason for his moves to casually break the fourth wall either. So I'm in that weird place of like a lot of his visual design just doesn't quite work. It doesn't feel cohesive.
I will give him credit for being slightly reformed in 5. Because the whole concept is, like, after Final Fight, he stops doing crime and opens a garage,
Yeah.
which is why it's on the stage. It's on Metro City Bay.
Yes.
And he hires a whole bunch of the former Mad Gear guys.
Yes.
But the whole reason he's here is because of his monster truck going missing. And I'm like, ugh, that's kind of a flimsy reason to include him.
Yeah, it's just again, it's not a great design to begin with, and there are only a few
wouldn't-
things that redeem it out of F for me.
Yeah, I'd give him an E. I think they could have done better with him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like, I think if they had made his story a bit more interesting, if they give him a better reason to be in the game, if they made him less like a 5-year-old in a bloody brick shithouse body, I think I would agree, but yeah, he's fine.
He is fine.
Oh god, Adon. I'll go on record, I don't like Adon.
Yes, but that the thing with Adon is that's kind of supposed to be the point.
No. I have X-Pac heat with Adon,
Ah,
which
right.
is not the point.
Yeah.
So, Adon's story. He's born to peasants in Mutai, and he goes to the Kaimaru's with his father. And then Adon wishes to grow strong to challenge the Mutai Emperor. And then Sagat manages to defeat him, so Adon wants to become a student. And then from there, it's just so heavily tied with Sagat the entire time until like Alpha 3, where Bison gives Adon praise. And like, I'll be honest, I stopped paying attention to Adon after like Alpha 1, Alpha 2, something like that.
Yeah, his design is simple, but it's kind of meant to be. This
the
is
one thing
another
I-
of the like, it's designed to fit a certain martial arts, so we're designing it based on that and that alone.
I mean, I do like the fact that he wants to challenge Sagat. Like, he and Sagat have the angle of, we're not mad that Ryu beat you. I'm mad at the fact that you, of all people, were unable to hold the honor of our technique.
Right.
Which gives him a little bit of nuance. But then you see him in Street Fighter 4 being a fucking nut job. And it's like, really?
He definitely has gone quite insane at that point.
Yeah, I don't hate him as much as Abigail. But I don't like him as much as Abel. So do we put him in D?
I was actually gonna rank him higher because
Really?
I not as much that higher, but I was like because yeah, his design is simple, but again, it's the martial artist one. His moves in 4 are very like they have definitely leaned into him going insane. He is not my playstyle. I didn't think he was my playstyle. He is competitively viable, and if we're taking competitively viable into account, then Adon does in fact get a couple points for that. He's not the highest, but
grain of salt because Street Fighter 4.
I mean, no, I mean for Street Fighter 4. I don't know. I haven't seen.
Okay, we mean
anything
prior to Elena. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just ignore. If we're ever talking about Street Fighter 4, ignore Ultra happening.
Yeah. Ultra is the best version, but not from a comp standpoint.
Yes, it's the best version if you just forget heal exists.
Can he at least be below Abel?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
He's
Sure.
he's just in that he plays his role well, and that's kind of the end of the story, which I think puts him in average, because that's why we put Abel in average as well.
I don't want him back though. Unlike Abel, I want Abel back.
I would be
Because I
okay.
think
I
Abel's
would.
legislation.
I would be okay with a redesign. Either a redesigned Adon. I don't know if I want redesigned. He mellows out, or if I want redesigned. They go full into him being a fucking nutcase.
I
But-
kind of want neither. But he's a Street Fighter 1 NPC. He's gonna come back. I have to live with my dislikes.
Like that's sort of the thing. It's like, and I think that's what's really most telling. It's like Adon, I'd be okay coming back, but he needs a redesign. You could just stick Abel into Street Fighter 6, and I would not complain at all. Like, just take him directly as is.
Alright, Aki. I've not played Street Fighter 6, but my understanding is she is meant to make Fang a lot more tolerable, because community seemingly just does not like Fang.
People did not like Fong as a character. Aki does have a completely different play style, as far as I can tell. I didn't play Fong, but I do play Aki. I do love playing Aki. Aki is very fun. They took the idea of a poison mechanic, and that is one of the things people didn't like about Fong, was just the like, damage over time feels weird in this sort of fighting game, I think is what a lot of people's problem have. So Aki poisons you, but her poisons aren't damage over time. They're basically detonatable bombs. It's almost like it's a set play mechanic almost. It's it lets you do longer strings or resets. And like, she has a lot of different ways to play, and she has that sort of Safina thing of like, I have weird movements and weird options, so I can really play around with the like mind space of it for your opponent. So
I know she's viable. I know that. That's for sure. I've seen her in tournaments.
yes,
I know people who play her love her.
She was. I don't think she was as viable when she first came out, but she's had some good tweaks that have made her more viable.
I still don't like her design.
I prefer her design a lot more than Fong's.
See, I'm contrarian. I don't actually hate Fangs.
I don't
I
hate
think
Fong's, but I
if-
don't like Fong either.
If you had dialed down some of the proportions, I think Fang would be fine. I think that's the issue. I think he just has a natural sort of length to him.
Like, Aki fits in a place that I don't think Street Fighter has really done, which I think helps a lot. And again, she's very fun to play, I can say that a lot. Design-wise, it's a lot of creepy aesthetics. It's an insane woman, so that gives points to some people on the internet. That always will.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's Jury, who I think nails that a lot better than Aki.
I feel like Jury is less insane. Jury is... I don't know, Jury is in a different category, kind of. But,
I see.
I don't know. I would place her like a B personally, but I am biased.
Fair enough.
Like, she feels above average to me. But
See, I can't grade her that well because I haven't played her, so I can't like say if I enjoy her or not.
that's fair.
I'm a little unfamiliar with her. I guess we go for the... I think we could go for B. I think that's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, like, Aki's kind of biggest problem, like, and the reason why I'm not arguing for her higher is because she's brand new and she came in DLC, so the amount of story she has is minimal, and, like, same kind of goes for, like, development as a character. She's just too new to rank higher, I feel.
And then on the flip side, we have someone who is literally always developed in Akuma.
Yes,
I mean, I like Akuma.
I do like Akuma's design.
I think Akuma is really fun to play. I think he is at least semi-interesting.
I do fear that
Especially-
he almost has he doesn't quite have enough going on plot-wise. He feels like he's just there a lot of the time.
Yeah, I can get that, but at the same token, I feel like he has a Sagat's issue, right? Where Sagat is more present in like the older events, and we're just seeing what the continuation of that is, which I don't think is a problem.
I suppose.
I think Akuma kind of is settled into having at least a little bit more of his humanity, and I think that's inherently interesting.
Yes, especially with the stuff that they've been doing with Elena in the story as well.
Yeah, honestly, that is wholesome as hell. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I like Akuma. I don't know. I think minimum A.
Oh, so yeah,
He's
I would say A. I don't think he pushes into S just again because of the like. He feels like he is just there sometimes, and I do think some of the visual design for him isn't great. Obviously, when we go into like classic designs, it's pretty consistent. Although sometimes the sprites of it looks weird, or like the Street Fighter 3 Akuma in game looks great, but the picture for him is very silly looking. Like,
that. Yeah, but that's everyone in Street Fighter 3.
I don't think it is.
It's the majority by a country mile.
Like, definitely not to the same degree, but
No,
yeah.
Akuma gets it worse, but I think that's because, hey, it's Akuma.
I don't feel right pushing. I don't think he's our first S. I feel like we're gonna struggle to get the first S if I'm honest, but I'm happy putting him there.
I think he could get there. I think with the only thing that makes me not want to put him in S is, and I hate this practice, he's been DLC twice in a goddamn row.
Yeah, I kind of
I
get
am
why.
a big not a fan of.
I kind of get why, because it is that sort of he's not really doing anything, so he's not. There's not a reason to rush him in, but also people like him, so he will get in.
But they could be doing something with him. That's the argument, right? The trade-off is he isn't doing something, but you could possibly have a way to redeem him, and then doing that would at least give him a reason to be in the plot, over characters that are minor, but, neither here nor there.
I suppose.
Are we talking pre-patch or
say-
or after patch Street Fighter 6 Alex Winger?
I'll say,
Are we talking in marriage or no?
I'll say, as we exist right now recording this, we are still pre-incest patch.
Okay. Look.
We cannot comment on what it looks like afterwards because we haven't seen it.
Look, it happens in the real world, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that's just weird. I'm like, it's odd to include, but it's not completely out of place, I guess.
I think the problem people have is, like, when it comes to Street Fighter 3, a lot of the stuff he was doing was... It was very much made more like a sisterly relationship is the problem, and so it feels
they swapped into it.
Yeah, the problem is more that it feels like a hard turn. Like, it's not so much that it's unrealistic. It's just like it makes it look more like he was grooming her more than it does.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
Yeah, which is why people are like. I mean, the incest angle wasn't a good idea anyway, but the way it's done kind of makes it worse.
And hey, you know what else I hate? When your character's DLC for 2 games in a row. Again!
I like the redesign.
Yeah, stop making characters DLC twice in a row. And I will have this rant with Tekken, because Tekken is bad for this as well.
I like the redesign. I like the original design. The Street Fighter V design was weird, but that's all of Street Fighter V. Like, that game is just a graphic mess.
I'm going to give a controversial statement. I think he's a boring wrestling archetype.
He is definitely... He's not up there, that's for certain.
His moveset isn't that interesting for a wrestler, and I'm going to be honest. His heel outfit does not look like a heel outfit. I'm sorry, he doesn't. It feels like they copped out on the wrestler idea. But I feel like they copped on the wrestler idea since, like Street Fighter 3, to be honest.
Alex is kind of interesting because he effectively kind of functions like a Tekken character in a Street Fighter world. Which is funny because most of the Tekken characters just played like Street Fighter characters. But that's neither.
And the funny thing is, he wasn't in that game.
Yes, that is the other thing.
He was a cameo. I mean, the King's outfit, which references Alex, is cool.
Yeah.
But that does not make him Alex.
I think a lot of it is like we like Alex in concept, and like his moveset is it's unique for Street Fighter. It's not maybe not so much in the greatest sense, but it is for Street Fighter. But like, how much is it fitting of what he's supposed to be and stuff like that? It's like, and obviously the problems with his plot already, let alone with what's new.
And I mean, I haven't discussed his overall story, but his overall story is just not very interesting in general. So
Yeah,
I don't really feel like discussing it as boring as stuff.
I feel bad putting Alex in D because he feels like more than just like
C.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like D, like he's not this bad, but like he's solid.
Definitely
pass.
C.
Yeah.
Definitely C. Like, I think when they fix the storyline and make the relation with the system more like what people expect from storytelling.
Yeah, like this is with the asterisk that we don't know what the post patch. Like, we don't know what it looks like once they've patched out the incest, because that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Once they are patched, because the plan is we do more episodes of this no matter what. When the patch happens, we'll adjust him on whatever episode comes out after the patch, right?
We can make adjustments in future episodes as needed.
Yeah, I'll just put like a little thing on the phone I go, also featuring Alex from the Street Fighter franchise or something.
Oh, not even need to. It's just like we can just
beautiful Joe.
We can just start episodes with addendums as needed.
Yeah, including the hypothetical Blowbow tier.
Yes,
if necessary, because some characters enjoy the Blowbow tier.
Also, yeah, I feel like if we add the Blowbow tier, we're immediately moving Abel.
That and one other guy that I will not say until they show up.
Okay.
But I think most people will agree on it. Into our first obscure character. This is Arcane. So, Arcane debuts in Street Fighter, the movie, the game. He's one of the 4 Bison Troopers. He has an ultrasonic device that lets him do electrical attacks. And weirdly enough, they fight kind of like Dhalsim because Arcane can stretch his limbs and teleport. And Dhalsim was not in Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Okay.
So he is as close to a Dhalsim as you can get in the thing. Even though I think Dhalsim was in Street Fighter, the movie. Don't get me wrong.
Was he probably. I'm just doing this now. We can move it, but I'm assuming it's going here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot going for him. He does not appear Street Fighter the movie, so I guess for completionist sake, he is the function,
right,
or half the function of a Dhalsim. That is an upsetting statement. But moving on to the B section, we have Balrog. Or Mike Bison, if you're from Japan.
Yes, because the 3 of them all move around and just...
Yeah, we didn't want to get sued by Mike Tyson. Bison's weird, man. Like, I get it. I understand his archetype. He is I am a fighter, I fight for the money, and I love the high life. I like the money, I like gambling, I like the ladies, I like the alcohol. I get it.
I do find it really interesting that the first boxer Street Fighter introduced was a dirty boxer.
Oh, definitely. And honestly, I think he's fun to play. But I like boxing characters, so I'm biased as hell.
Which is funny because you can't play charge characters.
It's hilarious. But to be fair, you can play Balrog just really good footsies.
Yeah, you can. I mean, a lot of his kit is footsies anyway, because it's mostly just trying to find opportunities to hit the big dashing punches, and then whether or not those are straights or lows.
I'm getting better with charge characters, I will say. I'm getting a lot better with them.
That is good.
So maybe I pick up Balrog. If we ever do Street Fighter V, I might pick up Balrog as an actual full-time, because I do love his Street Fighter V design.
Yes.
It's showboaty, but it's showboaty in the right way.
Design-wise, he's never had bad visuals. He's had some more boring visuals comparatively, but he's never had bad visuals.
He's not interesting, because he's always tied with Shadowloo.
Yes,
right?
He does sort of just become a member of Shadowloo a lot of the time, but
But he's at least the most memorable member of Shadowloo outside of Bison and Cammy. You know what I mean? He's the third most
I'd say Vega's pretty, but that's just because he's such a
Vega's
weird
had
design.
time away, though, right? Vega's not always been Shadowloo. Balrog's always Shadowloo.
I feel like Vega's more Shadowloo than Balrog, but
I don't know. I don't know in 5 if he...
Vega is definitely part of Shadowloo in 5, that I can tell you.
Okay, right, so probably tied then.
Yeah.
Unless the alphas, maybe?
I can't tell you anything about Alpha, really. I've played it.
I know Balrog's in 2. He's in 2. I'm not saying he's playable in 2.
Balrog, I think there is a version of 2 that has a playable Balrog, I believe.
Not in Alpha 2. He
Alpha
joins the roster
2.
in 3.
I meant Street Fighter 2.
Oh, no, he definitely is. All of them are playable, too. But, he's 2 up to, Super and Beyond, I believe.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I don't know, I think I like Balrog. He's not the best execution of the concept. He definitely feels generic, but...
This is where I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling similar.
I again, visual design. Super-wise, he has... There's such a contrast, because he does just have the, every charge character, that style charge character of him just, straight, low, straight. That's the super.
But counterpoint, he's one of the early ones, so he gets away with that, right?
I suppose. But the command grabs Ultra in 4, the proper dirty fighting. I'm stepping on your foot and then pushing my thumb into your eye. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna headbutt the crap out of you. I don't give a shit. If I can put brass knucks under my gloves, I'm putting brass knucks under my
like
gloves.
there is a lot they do a lot for like the visual storytelling of no, he is a dirty boxer, he is like not a good guy, sort of like they do a lot to show that, and like yeah, like he has all the points in visuals, but his story is kind of lacking.
Plus, to be fair, the Las Vegas stage in Street Fighter 2 is just one of my favorites aesthetically. I think it nails sort of what a crowd in Vegas would be like for a fight.
It's just a great stage. Like the
Yeah,
Street Fighter 5 version's good as well.
It's not the best stage, that goes to Cammy's, in my opinion, but I am biased. Would you believe? Moving on to Birdie. Birdie is the only character in this roster who has had his skin color completely change.
Yep.
Let's just get that out the way, because that is a weird decision, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because the original one was based on Bloody Fist of the North Star. It's based on the character Zed. But they still made him a blonde white guy, which is very, again, confusing. I like Birdie, but I don't love Birdie.
I don't think
that makes sense.
I don't think I fail Birdie, but I don't know if I give him a lot of props. Like
I give his stages more props, but that's because one of them is a bathroom, and I think that's funny.
yeah, like his mechanically, he's pretty interesting. Sort of, you know, chain grabs and resource management is an interesting combination of things, and like kind of keep away, but kind of not. Like it's a weird one.
He is Shadaloo, but God, do I question why someone would hire him for Shadaloo.
I mean, I question why anyone would hire a lot of these people for anything.
That's very true. I kind of feel D tier, honestly.
Kind of where I was fitting as well. Like it's
He's weird, but he's not weird in the right way. If that makes
Like-
sense.
but also not bad enough to actually fail. So like,
I think they could make him interesting. The problem is they haven't made him interesting.
yeah, it's like there's something there, but it's not
and
there
again,
currently.
I have to dock a point for the skin tone change. It's just so weird a decision.
Yeah, but
Because it's either you intended him to be black and you didn't make him black, or you just made him black to be a token black. And I'm like, that's just weird, right?
like the only other thing I can think of is because like his skin does get redder as part of the ability, like the resource management ability. Like it is supposed to be a visual indicator, so like maybe you changed it so that differentiation made more sense and was easier to. But it's a weird choice regardless of what the reason is. Like
Especially when he's the only character who's got dark skin on the roster for his debut as a playable character. I'm gonna raise a few eyebrows.
yeah.
Like it's just weird, and unfortunately, that you can't escape from that with Birdie. Because every time you look at Birdie in Street Fighter 1, that's not Birdie. You know. Moving on to our second of the 5 Street Fighter movie new playable characters, this one's Blade. I can tell you more about Blade because he's at least on the bloody Fighter Select screen.
Okay.
Blade has telescopic blades. Well, okay, no, he also has a few telescopic limbs, but he also has like a bazooka and a stun rod and knives. And honestly, I do like him. You can put him in F. Put him in F.
Okay.
He's better than the other 3. He's more playable than the other 3. Okay, at least he's on the character select screen.
Okay.
Like Arcade is not. Like Arcade deserves unrankable.
Okay.
I to be fair, I do play Blade. I think Blade's fun, but then again, I think that game is jankily fun, so I am biased. Blanca, I don't get Blanca. I really don't get Blanca. I know his story. I understand. I get it, but like, huh?
It really feels
How?
like the more they do, on one hand, the more they do, the more interesting it is. But on the other hand, the less sense it makes.
I think the other issue is, if I'm completely honest with you, he's making the characters that are associated with him a little worse, story-wise. Namely, Sakura and Dan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care for the plushie plot. I get it. He's trying to make himself be less, like,
So we now
scary.
he now has set play with marketable plushies.
I mean, I like the marketable plushies. I just don't like the story of the marketable plushies, if that makes sense. Like, the plushies is funny, and I think that's cool. And I do love his plushie costume in 5. because again, that's funny. But his story isn't great, and it's a bit weird. Very memorable. You know, without him, we don't get, the Cannonball for Kano, we don't get the Electric Shock, really, for a while. It's like, it's an interesting kit.
Like, there's a reason why the term Blanco Ball exists, and it is used for many characters.
Part of me wants to put him in C, because look, he's been around a long ass time, and I don't think he's terrible. I just think his story is incredibly flawed. Part of me wants to put him in D, because I don't think he's that interesting and he makes things worse than the others.
I mean, again, like, competitiveness, he's never really that up there.
But he's not designed to be.
No,
you know?
he's not. Like,
he's ratio 1 in CVS for a reason.
Gameplay-wise, he's just sort of there. I don't know what to say sometimes.
Do we put him in D above Birdie just for now?
I mean, we can do. I'm okay with him being in C, if I'm honest, but...
I just don't think I like him anywhere near as much as Alex Abel or as much as I dislike Adon.
Okay.
I have very strong emotions towards Adon. I don't with Blanca.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. C Viper. I'm objectively allowed to say the hardest character to play in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, she's a damn straight harder to play in 4 than she is in Marvel 3.
Love her Street Fighter 6 outfit.
Yes, I do like this design. I haven't gotten anywhere near it because if Capcom is for any reason watching this for our opinions, my biggest opinion is lower the price of your season passes.
Yeah.
30 quid for 4 characters is not good value. Or at least have them go on sale. Nothing of Street Fighter 6 went on sale on the last Steam sale. What are you doing, Capcom?
Yeah, I got a feeling you really wanted to play Viper.
I get that feeling. There is quite a few of the new characters I want to play and I want to try, but like, yeah, the DLC is too expensive. Deal with it.
Also, can we please highlight the fact one of their live action actors is Kenny Omega? Can we please highlight that? I think that's funny. Yes, they were also for Alex and Ingrid, but it's funny as C Viper because Kenny actually suits red hair. I don't know what to tell you. Storyline wise, I know she's a member of the CIA.
Yep.
That's been like a running thing. Though she equips herself with Sin stuff because her battle suit is made by Sin. Because I believe she's undercover for the CIA in Sin.
I don't remember the specifics.
So it's weird. Like, I know for a fact she's involved in Ken Masters' story because she tries to bug Ken Masters with a doll. But yeah, she is part of the CIA, though she has to go after Ryu at some point. Then Cabby shows up, which is where the fight intro for like some of the Street Fighter games come from. It is a canon fight.
I'm not getting the clip of it as much as I'm tempted to, but there is the clip from the movie where she just...
Oh, yeah, shocks tit.
Grabs her, shocks her tit, and then shot lightning fist right to the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, what a character.
What a clip.
What a memorable moment. As a CIA character design, honestly, I see it.
Like it has a very good I'm a posh agent sort of vibe to it.
And she is kind of really memorable. Like, I think she's one of the most memorable from Street Fighter 4.
Yes, yeah.
By far. Like, people actually do know who she is.
Hmm.
And, like, her moveset is really cool.
Yeah, like, the visual design of it's all really interesting, because, yeah, it's lightning fists and fire bursts and...
I'd say B tier.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking on her.
Like, this is, again, with neither of us, like... Mr. Egg hasn't played Street Fighter 6 at all. I haven't played any of the DLC past the first series because, again, it's too expensive. So this is, you know, reserving judgment on what the state of the newest existence of her is. But, like, as far as we can say, yeah, I would say this... I can't see her moving too far either way based on the new game.
I don't think she drops a tier.
Probably not.
Even if I don't like it, I think I like her style and how she presents herself, and that's half the battle, right? It's character fun to look at, it's fun to watch. And like, yeah, she is fun to watch. So, you know, it'd be what it be. Cammy. We can't put Cammy in S.
I don't, because...
We love her. We do.
Partially because of being, in some games, being too competitively viable.
We're also not going to get the clip of her breaking the ambassador's body in the Street Fighter 2 movie, though that is by far one of the coolest like assassinations I have ever seen in media. Like straight up, she goes over his shoulders, twists his neck, spins around, cracks his fucking knees from behind, and just snaps him.
Yes, it is her. It is her Ultra 2 in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. And it is such a cool technique. Like,
I can't remember if it's a command grab or a counter super, but yeah, it's her Ultra 2.
I
It's
want to say it's a counter super.
yeah, she is one of those people that you want to take the variable ultras just because that is so good when you can actually hit it.
Cammy has gotten better since 5, and I think that's technically better since 4, I guess the argument. Because that's the start of when they're trying to get away from Shadowloo.
Yes.
They're trying to get away from being a doll and giving the doll's actual character, which has only benefited every single member of the dolls.
Yes.
Substantially. It makes them actually interesting. Because prior, they're just soldiers. And people looked at Cammy and went, oh, Cammy's a really hot one. I'm like, okay, yes, but like, do you know anything about Cammy? Story-wise, no. I think ever since 5, I have grown to really love her character development.
Yes,
Because like, she's really good in the story.
Yes.
And in 6, I think they really make her own character.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me really want to put her in like top of A.
I was thinking A too, yeah.
It's the glow up, right? She's kind of like Baraka in a way, in a weird sense of was kind of just a generic soldier person in the scheme of things, but then got to be their own character. And I think the transition into that and her coming to identify who she is very relatable to people. So yeah, I'd say she trumps Akuma, unfortunately.
Like, I am definitely putting her in A. I fully agree with that. I have, like, my biggest notes are, like, her design is a blessing and a curse. Because...
Yes.
She is her kit is designed in a way that is very fun, very easy to pick up, but also that makes it also very good for higher levels, and it also makes it, she's also basically designed as a knowledge check, especially in 6. You can
Definitely.
You can win so many games just purely on mind games and knowledge checks, like, just because she has options on top of options. So yeah, it's very, like, I think she's like, she was pretty high tier in Street Fighter 4. I think she wasn't. I think she was pretty good in the Alpha series. I can't tell you exactly where.
She's only in one of them.
Yeah.
She debuted in 3. I know that for darn sure.
Like,
because she has a grease map. That's one of my favorite stages in that game.
Like 5, she's like good. I think she's just fine in 5, but like.
Also, we have the excuse of we can bring Abel back if we keep doing Cammy, because Abel was part of Delta Blue with Cammy. Just saying.
Delta Red.
No, Delta Blue. There's both.
So yeah, Cammy is a thing.
Cammy is part of all Delta Blue in, I believe, a comic series.
Possibly.
Because, like, yeah, I know the cover. It's in Street Fighter Legends number 3. She's in Delta Blue. She's got the blue beret. The rest of the team is blue. I'm pretty damn certain Abel is part of that, or at least assists her. She is part of Delta Red as well, but like there's both Deltas. It's weird. We don't keep a track on which Delta is which at this point.
Okay.
Oh god, Captain Sawada.
So do just another.
Okay, at least let me explain.
Okay.
He is Kento Sawada. He is the main supporting cast member of Guile in Street Fighter the movie. He is a captain of the Allied forces and is trying to thwart Shadowloo. If you have never watched the movie of Sawada, or seen the movie in general, you won't actually know about him. Apart from the fact that in Street Fighter 6, he was a choice of the Who's Your Top Tier Character poll. Sawada is indeed one of the options.
Okay.
Of all time, and got artwork because of it.
Okay.
So that is funny. But yeah, Sawada is not interesting. He is a soldier. I'm sorry. That's what they are.
I mean, do you want me to move him to F, or?
Yeah. Move him to F. He's
Okay.
at least on. He's on the character select screen. That's better than nothing.
Fair enough.
It's better than Arcane. Chun-Li.
Well, I can already go into the reasons why she doesn't get into S.
But I think you get crucified if you do. So go on.
I will start with the easiest one. Street Fighter 3. I am docking people.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm docking
was
people
broken in
points
3.
for people being broken. She was broken in Street Fighter 3. She cannot be a perfect character.
Okay,
But
well, can we then give a point away from that because of the dagger parry?
No.
Yeah, that's just iconic because it's Chun-Li's kicks and because of the knowledge of Chun-Li being broken.
But
you know?
but also, it is Justin Wong's trauma, and the man needs to be left alone because it feels like it's every other week someone puts something up that is a reference to that moment, and it's just like
Can,
let the man rest.
can we also give a negative point for the B-girl skin?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of the Street Fighter. If we're sitting here doing the weird Street Fighter 5 skins that they made, I would feel like we'd be here all day.
No, specifically just the Bee Lady because that's a Red Bull collab.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, but that is both of those designs were fucking stupid and looked nothing like the characters in general. And also, it showcased in 5 how her foot was broken.
Yeah, my other problem with Chun-Li is they cannot make their mind up if she's a charge character or not.
I'm glad she's no longer a charge character.
She's a charge character again in 6.
Oh, for God's sake.
This is what I mean. Sometimes it's half circles, sometimes it's charge moves, and it's completely different depending on the game. And I would like consistency, please.
And here's the counter argument, though. She is possibly top 5 most recognizable Street Fighter characters. If I don't even think that's debatably, I think that's absolute. Right? It's Ryu, it's Ken, it's Juri, it's Chun-Li. Then the 5th slot you can argue.
Like,
I'm
gonna clarify. I'm putting her here. Maybe
yeah, no,
even
that's
here.
fine.
If we're being
No,
pedantic.
below Akuma.
Okay,
No,
but like,
no.
yeah, I cannot put her in S rank because I have actual problems, and she was actually broken in one of the games. So,
But she is a very good character.
Yes,
And also,
like-
she is fun to play. And also, she is the first lady of fighting games, and that must be recognized.
yeah, it's like I am being pedantic over this S tier. I feel like it's
but-
warranted.
Like, is it safe to say if she wasn't broken in 3, you'd put her in S just because of how iconic she is?
I don't know, because again, the consistency thing really throws me off. If I'm honest,
That's true,
Like-
but is it inconsistency to try and mesh with the overall game? That's the
I
argument,
don't know
right?
that it is. That's the thing. It's like if it was just like, oh, it's a different kit when you get to like the Marvel vs. Capcom games, then or like the versus. If it's just like the versus game's a different kit, then yeah, I could see it being to mesh. But it's like it really feels like just every game they just change something. I have the problem with Cammy in a few games where it's like I feel like I can't just pick her up in some of the older games because her kit is slightly different. But Chun-Li, it's like it's a complete gamble of how her kit works depending on the game. Like,
I think the interesting question with Chun-Li, right, in general is how many characters in fighting games are government agents or detectives or police officers and have been, as a result, a martial arts master because Chun-Li created that archetype.
I mean, like even more than that, it's like how many like of the characters in these sort of games their entire gimmick is they are a policeman or a special forces agent or something. Where Chun-Li, she is that. It is
She's
not.
Interpol.
It is not a major part of her character, like visually.
It has no, but like I don't think it has to be.
No, it
That's the
never
idea,
has
right?
to be. But like, how many characters? It's like, oh, they're a police person. Their entire design will be they're a police person. They're a member of the military. Their entire design will be military based. Like,
At least she's not, right?
yeah,
At least she is herself, and I think that's attestation as to just how cool she is. So
yeah, it definitely makes it better.
Cody Travers, the mayor of Metro City. Well, also former inmate of the May Penitentiary, but let's not get into that detail, shall we? One of my favorite characters in all the Street Fighter
We'll
to
say
play.
Potentially another character that would be getting moved to the Blorbo tier if it gets added. Because
Yeah, because my love of Cody is.
I also love Cody.
like even outside of that, I think honestly at least B tier because of the fact that he's now become the mayor in a very believable way.
Yeah,
The
he's-
whole story of Hagar giving the office to him and trusting him, and also the fact in his story he actually does make Metro City a better place. Cody's always been the violent one, but has grown to realize he doesn't need to be anymore. So that's a humanizing arc.
He has had he's always had a very good story. He is one of the most interesting mechanically. He's already the most interesting mechanically, and then you add the knife.
And you add the balls.
Like the way Street Fighter 4 works, where there is just a knife sitting there, and if you pick it up, you can use it, but then after a couple of things, it'll be thrown across the map, and you have to go pick it up again if you want to keep using it.
Because it's a Final Fight reference. It's the mechanic. You picked up weapons in the thingy. That's a good transition for it.
He is the most Street Fighter. He fights like a Street Fighter. He fights with whatever he can pick up. He fights with random objects, big haymaking moves, trying to do as much damage to end the fight. He is the Street Fighter in Street Fighter.
Yeah, but again, when are we adding Mike Hagar? Because my god, how many freaking Final Fight characters can we do?
He's canonically dead.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Cody didn't deserve it over Hagar. He did. Cody's more recognizable, but come on.
He's canonically dead. Let the man rest.
We have a timeline we can shift through, okay?
I'm out here actively trying to push us towards the actually get caught up with Street Fighter 3.
We're past it. 6 is after 3.
No, don't think it is.
No, according to the timeline, 6 is after 3, canonically.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
No one ever does.
It doesn't feel like it is. I'll put it that way.
I
feel like a game that happens after 3...
They have officially stated it. They have actually officially stated it.
Yeah, but I feel like a game that happens after 3 should have more of the big players that are in 3, if that makes sense.
It's mainly because there are stuff that illuminates it. So, a lot of it comes down to the fact that Chun-Li was instructing a girl in 3, and then in 6 that girl has grown up, which indicates that time has moved forward.
I guess.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a sequel to a story. I'm just saying in the timeline.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It feels like a really weird place in the timeline.
Yeah, because 5... But that's what I mean with a fluid timeline, because 5 was before. 5 is right before 3. Then it's 3. Then it's 6. So, we can always move backwards. But, that's what it is. Dan Hibiki, the temptation to put him in S, just because as a joke character he is inherently just funny.
I mean, if we were just looking at the Street Fighter 5 version, maybe, because they actually made him both... They took the joke, and they did the joke as well as they always do, but they also made him actually notably viable.
I think the best part of his story is when he forgives Sagat,
Yeah.
Because, Sagat killed Dan's dad, and that's something that is unredeemable. But this was back... Alpha is way back in the timeline, right? Alpha, I think, is before 2, even.
Again, it's very
I
awkward
think
to keep
Alpha
up with.
is technically before 2, in logic. It might be after... I'm trying to work it out.
I think it must be, because Cammy... the version of Street Fighter 2 that has Cammy in it, I think it's Delta Red Cammy? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it is it's either Delta Red or Delta Blue. It's 1 and 2.
Well, no, I think
she's in Blue.
Well, I think it's Delta Red Cammy in 2, then it's the doll Cammy in Alpha, and then she's not in 3. And then 4, she's back to the Delta Red costume.
Yeah, I think Alpha is technically a prequel. Don't quote me on this. My Street Fighter timeline is not the best. My knowledge of the who is different. Hang on, I can check. Okay, yes. Apparently Alpha is before 2. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, this is back during Sagat's villain arc.
Right.
But, with Sagat maturing, Dan kind of also has to mature. And I think Dan maturing, becoming a dojo instructor, he's having a story which makes sense. And he's not letting the trouble of the past go behind him. The issue is, once again, he's saddled with Blanca. Like Sakura. And that has to at least dock a point. Because that's the worst story.
Aesthetics-wise, it's nothing amazing. The pink gi is great for the bit, but the actual visual design of Dan kind of doesn't lean enough in any direction to be noteworthy.
Well, that's because it's a portmanteau of frickin' Ryo and Robert. It's Robert's hair and Ryo's gi.
I don't even know if it is Robert's hair, if I'm honest.
No, Robert used to have the ponytail.
I know he's had a ponytail, but it still doesn't quite feel like the same.
I'm not saying it's perfect rendition. It's just taken from And to be fair, he did used to wear a pink suit in some of the artwork, so I know why it's a pink gi. It's the fashion of one and like the colours and aesthetic of the other, but like you can't like do that note for note because otherwise you get sued. So it's not an exact ponytail.
Like, he has... I am not a fan of the Taunt super. I understand why it exists, and it's very flavorfully, but...
Yeah. Okay, like, can we at least agree in the early games it's good, in the later ones it doesn't need to be?
Well, in the later games, they actually made it do something. That's the thing. It doesn't do anything originally, it's just literally a waste of meter originally. Like... That's why I appreciate now it does something, but it is the fact that it really is just, oh, he's a joke character, so his super's gonna do nothing. Like, and like, he has a
C tier then.
I was gonna say, he has some interesting stuff, but he doesn't feel like he should be that high. So yeah, C feels about right.
And now we're on to DiCaprio, aka the reveal for Street Fighter 4 that everybody sighed at and became a running meme.
I still like DiCaprio. I'm a big fan of DiCaprio. I like how she plays.
DiCaprio is great, but here's the problem. Again, awful launch. Awful launch.
I mean, that feels like most of the time when it comes to adding new characters, like...
They weren't hyped up to the level DiCaprio was, so I'm not going to agree necessarily with that.
I don't know.
Because DiCaprio's hyped as the next big character. Quite literally, that was the descriptor.
I mean, yeah, that is shooting yourself in the foot, but anything after that would be shooting yourself in the foot, really.
Yeah, like I'm not holding DiCaprio to that fault. I'm holding the marketing of Street Fighter to fault on that one.
Right.
But at some point, that has to still impact the character in terms of memory. Like, let's be real, people love Leroy, but people still hate Leroy Tekken 7 because, his debut.
I mean, I still hate Dragunov just because of watching early Tekken 8 tournaments, so...
Precisely. I will say this, for someone who is literally a clone of Cammy physically, not in terms of moveset, just in terms of body.
It plays very differently.
They have at least made her, ever since leaving the dolls, more interesting. Because, spoilers, that's every member of the dolls. That's a universal thing. Yes. And I do stand by that.
Like, there's a great shot from Cammy. I can't remember if it's one of the, like, relationship ones, or if it's one of the...
The one with the cat, with Dudley in the background, you mean?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's the two of them in the cafe.
Yeah, like, Dudley's in the background, that one. That's the Bond. It's Bond 2.
Right. I know it's one of the ones I've gotten.
Yeah, because Dudley's in there, and I like Dudley, so that's how I know that one.
We do like Dudley in this house.
That one's a Blowbow tier as well, but we'll get to that.
I mean, DiCaprio is Blowbow tier for me personally.
Well, like, here's the issue, right? You can't bring the Capri back into being playable. I feel like you can't do the Shadowloo fighting style with her anymore, right?
Yeah, it's like, I would love her to come back, but she would have to be very different.
And I think at that point, it's not the Capri.
Like, she's not a fighter, and she's definitely not the same fighter, so...
I think she has to go high D because of that, right? Like, the Capri literally cannot be done again.
I don't like it, but I will agree with you.
Like, in comparison to Cammy, especially, or Julie or Junie, you can redo them. But the Capri is very stuck in the timeline, and I think that sucks for her. Like, I don't get me wrong, I don't hate the Capri. I really don't. I think she can be cool. And I would like to see her in the story. I just don't know if I want to see her playable. Because I just think it'd be so much of a departure that at that point... It's like Nash and Charlie, you know what I mean? They are technically the same thing, but not the same thing.
Yeah, I get that.
It's weird.
Alright, so that now moves us on to DJ, which...
Oh, DJ. DJ.
Thank God for the Street Fighter 6 design. Let's start there.
I don't think that saves DJ.
Yeah, he's definitely getting put down the list for being an overly stereotypical design, to put it nicely.
Yeah, I mean, no. If he was overly, it'd be Capoeira.
I meant just visually.
It basically is at that point nearly like a hybrid of kickboxing Capoeira.
It's
only more kickboxing, but it's more like rhythmic. You know what
Sambo,
I mean?
I think. I can't.
No, it's kickboxing. It's 100% kickboxing.
Is it down as kickboxing?
It's kickboxing and breakdancing is what's officially referred to.
Right. Okay. I just mean like visually design wise. His
I believe there is a Sambo user, but I believe It's maybe Zangief a little bit.
The constant oversized pearly white grin is a bit
Unnerving in the early design.
like I'm saying stereotypical because it's not, we're not quite to the point of it being racist, but it's not great. It's close.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
No, it's incredibly overdone. Man had his smile looks like he eats people at times.
Yeah.
Like it's that sort of really toothy grin.
So
Which I at least give Street Fighter the movie credit for giving him a more human look because it is a human animated, but like that's kind of more the proportions I want to see on DJ. Not I'm going to eat your baby sort of look. Like
Street Fighter 6 has done a much better job. Some of the outfits aren't great, but it's a lot better representation for what they're trying to do for him.
Like I get that he's a music guy, right?
Yes.
I respect that, but it is so stereotypical for the guy who does breakdance to also be into music.
And the guy from the Caribbean to being a guy who's into music and breakdancing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not capoeira. Again, if it was capoeira, it'd be even more stereotypical.
If it was capoeira, it'd be wrong, because capoeira is an African thing, not a...
Yeah, but it was inherited by people who were imprisoned and slavery and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's a through line.
There is a through line, but yeah, it's
like historically you are correct. It's an African thing, but like let's be honest, it gets stamped out. It's stamped out because they went different ports and all that shit, and some of them were in Jamaica, so inherently.
I'm not sure where to rank DJ because mechanically I do enjoy him. He's a weird one because he's a charge character, but
so I have an idea for where to rank him then.
Okay.
I think he's as fun to play as Dan, right? I think he is. Like, Dan is inherently not a bad character to play. It's just he's weaker. Intentionally.
Yeah,
right?
I suppose.
But his story isn't as interesting. So I think we put him in D.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't put him at top of D, but
yeah, that's fine.
As much as I'm not fully micromanaging this, I do think like there's just a lot, just enough of not enough for DJ. I think to not get him in. I mean, to see.
The other issue you have is that he's from the crop of Street Fighter 2 characters, where there is one that is substantially better than the others, and we've already graded that one because it's Cammy.
Yeah.
Even though my personal Street Fighter 2 character debuted in the same game, you know, I can't give DJ a lot of credit in that regard. And speaking of things I can't give credit, I give slightly more credit. Dhalsim is weird, man.
Yes.
But God, is he interesting.
Yes.
This is a very... I'll go on the level of saying the best Street Fighter characters are those who take like a real world idea of like an archetype and then takes it to 11, right? Yeah. Dhalsim being the yoga guy who can meditate. He's all about his religious ideology. He can shoot fire. He can do all this stuff. Strangely makes sense.
Yeah, like yoga makes you flexible. So of course the extreme version of that is being able to be stretchy.
Yeah, and also a lot of like, I'm not saying it's carny, but like fire breathing, sitting on nails.
Yeah,
you'll have some origin within that sort of atmosphere. So I get it. You know, snake taming as well in that list.
And again,
I do love his Street Fighter 5 design.
Yes, yeah, he's had a lot of good designs. He's had some not so good designs, but
yeah, I think he needs the turban. I think losing the turban is unfortunate because I like it.
I think as long as we have something like, if there's not a turban, I want there to be like more design to the head. Just having the like plain bottom, it's too empty. But like if we've got some like paint going on, it can still work.
I mean, he's always like Street Fighter. Like I mean, he's always had the paint, but I don't know. The turban gave him something unique.
Done, yeah,
it gave him something unique, and I'm like, I kind of like the vibe because like it ties into him a lot.
My biggest argument at this point,
he's interesting, man.
It's just like, how is he still like? He feels like at this point he shouldn't be base roster. Like I feel he's in that like space of he feels like he's here just because he's always been here.
But counterpoint, okay, like he was in the base roster of 5. I think if you put Blanca in the base roster of 5, make Dhalsim DLC, I'd question it even more. You know what I mean?
But like I guess he's kind of I was gonna say he's kind of insistent in 6, but he's not. Like, you'd think you would have put him in the new place that they've made for 6, because he would fit in quite well. Because I mean, a big part of it is just a massive shrine. Not only is he in a completely, he is still in India, he's in a completely different location. It's the one location you actually have to, not real money, in-game money, but you have to get a lot of in-game currency to even go see him. Like, he's the one character in the roster, at least the roster I have available, that I haven't got the fighting style for. Because you have to fuck around to actually be able to get there.
I think the weirdest thing, and I've only just realized this, Street Fighter 6 is in 2008. Like the year 2008, so it just feels so weird seeing Dhalsim thinking about that. I don't know, like, it doesn't add up into my brain, but he feels like a legacy character because he is a legacy character, and I think he served his purpose of being unique when it comes to the legacies. So I want to put him above DJ at least, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's a D tier.
Maybe he goes below Dan. I think Dan has a more interesting story. You know, he has ups and downs, and I think that makes him at least somewhat redeeming. Oh, God. I swear, we'll have to do a limit to the Blorpo tier, because Dudley would be in our Blorpo tier, as, our universal, right?
Yeah, we love Dudley. And I think a lot of people do. I know Dudley is up there in the, list of characters that come up when people are asked what characters they want to see returned. And, yeah, of all the boxes...
He's a vibe! I don't know, man.
Ed has some interesting stuff mechanically, and we will get to that, because, again, Ed needs to thank God Street Fighter 6 exists. But
yeah, because if it was just Street Fighter 5, my God, he'd be low. Even though I like playing Ed.
Yes.
I like playing Ed. I'm not going to say it.
His design in 5 is awful.
Okay, so I think Dudley equally needs to thank Street Fighter 4 because they really brought out his mannerisms in his arcade to 11.
Yeah.
So he's drinking tea with his gloves on. He's reading stuff while holding his boxing gloves. I'm just that's so dumb. But at the same time, he is a gentleman, and a gentleman always keeps his weapon next to him for a duel. Yeah. So why the hell would he not?
I mean, rare half-circle focused character as well. Mechanically.
Does it well.
Yeah, built-in counter, built-in rushdown, but also it has that... As boxing does, it has the sort of ebbs and flows of things. Short swing blow literally just exists to be I'm going to step back and then hit you.
Yeah. I mean, what's also quite good is that he's basically the Chris Eubank of the franchise, right? He is, he's Black English. He's a boxing champion from the 80s and 90s. He's eccentric. He had, it is very similar. There are notes of him within the design.
Okay.
But taking its own way. And I'm a big Chris Eubank fan. Not Chris Eubank Jr. I'm not a big fan of him.
Okay.
But Senior is fun to watch box. So I think because I'm a fan of him, I like Dudley more because I like the possible inspiration for Dudley. Also, can we please make a note of his theme? His theme needs to at least knock him up a point. You blow my mind. It's a great theme.
Yes. Yeah.
If we somehow don't have that song playing during this section, I will be disturbed.
If it's not playing during this section, it's because whatever song was playing before hasn't ended.
Oh, no. Please, somehow, timing, please.
I will genuinely pick whatever music is based on who we're talking at the time when I need new music. So if Dudley is where we're at when I need new music, it will be that one. Because I have most of the Street Fighter 3 soundtrack. As you might have noticed if you've watched some of our other videos.
Right. I don't think he's as good as Viper or Cody. I do think he's better than Abel, so I think he goes bottom of B, in my opinion. Because he's just such a unique style.
I don't feel like we haven't really filtered B, because if we had, I would have put it I feel like Dudley is better than Balrog.
Ooh, I don't disagree, but I think Balrog's a better story.
Yeah, but that is just because Dudley has only been in 2 games, and even then, I would say of the characters, Balrog doesn't have much story. He's just there more.
Tell you what, put him above Balrog. I'll agree with that.
I feel like we're happy to say that these are both Bs, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they change on the day. I think if you want more story, it's Balrog. I think if you want more the mannerisms and the character in a fighter,
and just a better kit, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's subjective. Again, it's subjective depending on your taste in character.
I suppose, but yeah, There's not a
'Cause
lot that like Balrog can do that Dudley can't do some variation of, but more interesting and easier because half circles are way easier than charge moves.
I guess Edmund Honda. So I'm still surprised he's called Edmund Honda because, like, to me, logistically, do you remember Punch Out?
Yeah.
They had to change a character because his surname was Honda. Because he was
Yes.
Piston Honda.
Yep.
So I'm always surprised we got to keep the name Honda for a Japanese character. I don't know why. It just feels like they're around the same sort of time frame. You think one be hit, but one didn't.
I don't know. Like, it's likelihood that the Piston Honda wasn't even. That was more likely just Nintendo being cautious than actually like being told they're not allowed.
I guess, but like also the Mike Bison thing happened during 2, so
And like also like
it's weird.
Yeah, for Piston Honda, that is very like all of the Punch-Out ones are very supposed to be stereotypical to a fault. So that one
yeah,
is
true.
picking the name Honda to pick the name Honda. This is just
And also,
Honda
and
is in
Piston
fact
car.
yeah. It's like this is Honda because Honda is a name. Like
Yeah, but like you see where I'm always like on it.
yeah, I can see
Like,
where it comes from.
It's weird because it's like inconsistency. I don't like Honda's story, but I think that's because every sumo character with the same frame afterwards borrows Honda's story of trying to make a business to glamorize sumo.
More or less.
Gonryu does this, for instance. So I think it's more fatigue because of other characters that unfairly knocks Honda in my head.
I like Honda as a character. Obviously, there's not a lot to talk about design-wise because it's either he's
Sumo or sumo.
yeah, he's either fully in the wrapping, which I should remember the name of because I do actually watch sumo, but it is escaping me because there's a lot of terms in sumo.
Yeah, true. I don't even know what his rank is in sumo because I don't think he's a Yokozuna. I don't believe they've ever confirmed Honda to be a Yokozuna. I could be wrong.
It's like I don't know. I genuinely
He appears in Yokozuna versus Street Fighter as a playable character, but that's not the point.
no,
You know what I mean? Like Yokozuna is just a general term in
Yoko-
Oh no, apparently he is a Yokozuna. Oh, cool.
So I imagine so. Imagine he's been one at least, even if he's not one currently.
Because of the 1994 film, he regains the title of Yokozuna, so he's a 2-time Yokozuna.
Fair enough.
That
is not that is like unlike like you lose a wrestling belt, you win a wrestling belt. That's not impressive.
Yeah, title's a title.
Getting the title of Yokozuna is difficult to do because you have to get not only race through the ranks to get close, but you have to have like so many wins in so many tournaments, like to even be considered to be promoted. Like one of the Ukrainians that's currently wrestling, he was on track to be one of the quickest Yokozunas ever, but he lost this tournament and then it's completely reset his run.
Yeah, but I want to bear in mind I'm referring to Street Fighter the movie in which he's Hawaiian. You know?
Yeah.
So he's an anchor man in Hawaii. But like, you know, I feel like he would have been a Yokozuna in regular timeline, if I'm honest.
I would be surprised if he wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I've double checked. Backstory. Oh, he achieved Ozeki.
Okay,
Which is stated to be Yokozuna.
That was Ozeki is the one before Yokozuna, so.
So I imagine he might have got Yokozuna after. Street Fighter 6 has the skills of a Yokozuna, but the constant globetrotting prevented promotion. Okay, so he's seen as basically an honourable Yokozuna.
Like, yeah, so he hasn't been in the tournaments to be promoted, basically, is.
Well, he has the skill that if he applied, people feel odds on he would be the Yokozuna.
That makes sense. Or a Yokozuna. We have 2 at the moment. I don't know if that's still the case after the last tournament, but we have 2 at the moment.
We don't know in the Street Fighter world.
Yeah.
We don't have any other sumo, so I'd say just 1 for sakes.
Yeah,
Bonus
so
points for his Halloween costume, by the way. The Kappa is funny.
The Kappa is a good one. That's
my default costume for him, by far.
It's an interesting design. It's a clever design. It is one of those ones that I look at and go, I would rather not be looking at this, but
can we put him above Adon?
I'm comfortable with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I like him as much as Abel, but I admit that my issues with Honda are more so others copying Honda.
Yeah, again, like we've got this just like neat. I think the top of C will probably remain this going forward. If there's this neat little group of you are here to fit a role of your fighting style, and you do it solidly, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, or you do it incredibly, but it's just not of interest. You know.
Yeah, E-Honda's definitely up there in like the. I think the only like there's maybe one other that I'm gonna probably push to be higher, but that's because they're doing something different.
That is very fair. Like, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes, there's not exactly more sumo in this episode.
Yeah. There's plenty of sumo in later ones.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Man has
first
sticks.
debuted as an NPC in Street Fighter 1.
Yes.
Came back in the PSP port of Street Fighter 3. I say PSP, it was on a bunch of consoles, but I played on the PSP.
He is also playable in Capcom vs SNK, one of those games.
Apparently it's also playable on the Game Boy Advance port.
Okay.
He was playable on both. It's just, I believe, Ingrid debuted on one of them and one of them did not.
Yeah, it was
Ingrid
and Yoon.
Yeah,
Ingrid.
Well,
Yoon didn't debut, but he was in one version.
So Yun, Mac, and Eagle show up in the Game Boy one, then they continue on, and then Ingrid debuts separately in PSP.
Okay.
So that's the only difference between those two ports. But yeah, one is basically just more characters. I played that one because, of course, I did.
Yeah.
That's how rosters work. Eagle has not much story because, again, unfortunately, he is kind of meant to just represent stuff from martial arts stuff, particularly like Bruce Lee movies. Mainly, if anyone has ever seen Lee's movie Fist of Fury, he's based on Petrov, the Russian karateka, who also uses sticks in the movie. Like, that is quite literally his origin. And as a result, he is designed around specifically that origin.
Yeah, the visual design of the character is good. The gameplay design of the character is simple to a fault.
Yeah, I like the style, but it's not interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of too basic. I don't think it's a fail, but I do like a full fail, but I feel like it's here.
I'd put him above Abigail.
Right, yeah, if we're nitpicking here, but
No, not nitpicking, just correct observation. There's a difference. And before someone mentions, yes, I know Petrov doesn't use sticks, that's Pasquale the Eskrima Master from Game of Death, but that's still a Bruce Lee movie, so, you know. The origin is Bruce Lee.
close enough.
Which is interesting, because there isn't a Bruce Lee analog in Street Fighter 1.
Yeah.
There isn't, like, realistically. But moving on, we have Ed, most underwhelming character of Street Fighter 5.
One of the worst visual designs of Street Fighter 5, if I'm honest.
That's just because he is a bland-looking design. But I do like his Shadaloo look.
I don't. I also the other problem is the way that they made him, especially with the boxing gloves. They gave him like a very awkward stance, which already looked bad, but then you start putting other costumes on it and it looks even worse. Like, looks like he's constantly got a broken wrist because his stance is so awkward.
But, like, that's a universal problem in Street Fighter 5. Chun-Li literally has a foot that is, like, a literal, like, 1 to 2 feet long.
No, the Chun-Li problem is different. That is a problem with heels in fighting games.
It's the Rocket Raccoon foot problem, as I'm going to refer to it.
Yeah.
Because I have this issue with Rocket in Marvel Rivals. His foot looks broken in anything with a shoe. Like, Ed's story is so heavily tied with Balrog, right?
I mean, it's more just Shadaloo.
Because Balrog rescues him. So inherently, he and Balrog are kind of a symbiote. Like, they're a pair in 5.
Balrog isn't in 6.
No, that is true. That's why I said specifically in 5. I didn't want to...
Yeah.
I don't know his story in 6 that well. I only know it in 5.
I haven't played his arcade mode. His design... I guess his design in 6, both visually and mechanically, are very fun. Like, they've done some really interesting things with his kit.
He doesn't look bad to play in either game. Like, I think Ed's fine to play. I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's the worst. Not by a country mile. That's Abigail.
Yeah. He's in an interesting place, because, like, combat-wise, like, he is a boxer. But because of all of the flicker and stuff like that, he doesn't... It's a boxer that isn't a boxer, if that makes sense.
I mean, he is now the leader of Neo Shadaloo. And I hope we see more about that, because some of the test subjects are weird, man. Like, you've got Falk, but then you've got an anthropomorphic gorilla called Baba Malawiwu, and then you've got a dolphin. called Amrita, and I really want to see Neo Shadowloo. I want to see this weird hashtag of old test subjects and see what you could do with them. Like a playable dolphin is not what I want to see, right? But I kind of want to see the gorilla.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid to admit that, because I think that'd be funny. But I think he is underwhelming overall because they haven't expanded on Neo Shadowloo that much.
But like, I don't know. Again, I feel like Street Fighter 6 is doing him so much justice because if it was just Street Fighter 5, I would be putting him in the bin.
Because, yeah, also his design was controversial because of the changes. So I get that.
Like, the Street Fighter 6 design is not only really good, but like mechanically, I've only played a little bit of it, and that was mostly in the like World Tour mode, so it was playing around with other bits as well. But like, it is very interesting.
The thing is, his playstyle is fun. It's just story-wise and design-wise, it's not interesting. So I kind of want to put him below the Capri, but above Blanca.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, it again, this is... I have the same problem. I'm even okay putting him there, because, like...
I prefer the Capri, though. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I like the Capri more, but I do think Ed has more going for him. And, like...
True, we can see him more as well.
Yeah.
That's another thing, right? Again, the Capri problem is we can't theoretically have the Capri back.
The Capri is kind of stuck where she is.
We kind of have to do a U-turn to let it be a thing. I'm like, probably not, please. Like, I like the dolls with the new direction. Yeah. I want the dolls playable in their new incarnations. Because some of them are still fighting as vigilantes. Like, let that be the thing, you know?
Now we butt heads, because I do not like this guy.
Listen, you don't like him because you had to face him a lot. And I get that, so I'm not going to debate that with you.
I don't like him because he's not fun to fight. And okay, I know a lot of people agree with the sentiment that he's not fun to fight.
Okay, but counterpoint, he's fun to play, and let's be very clear about this. As a concept for a luchador, the idea of a luchador chef is absolutely ridiculous, but kind of fun. Can we at least admit that?
Yes, but then nothing about his visual design really gets that across.
Oh no, I mean he has the chef's pants, but no, I will agree. I will agree that the design could be enhanced.
Like, it's a very flat design visually. The moves he does are either just annoying to fight or his super moves are nonsense physical in terms of physics, which I know fighting games
was the point,
never
right?
care, but like it's one of those where I like not only do I barely understand what's going on, what I do understand makes no sense.
Like, I'll put it to you this way, if we each had one pick for the Blorbo tier, where we get to put one person in and then one person shared, Fuerte would be my Blorbo. Because I love the concept of Fuerte. And I would like to see him done better. Because I think it's possible.
Yes.
I really do think.
Like, I would like to see him done better. But as he is a flat design that's annoying to fight.
Tell you what. If you want to put him next to the Capri, then we both have someone we really like in the same place. You know? No, you can put the Capri above.
I wasn't like actually filming.
I know you're no. I know your pain, so I want to at least take. I would take the L on it, but like I think his design could be really interesting, and I really hope he does come back in some capacity.
Yeah, I agree. The idea of a lucha chef is a really fun idea. Like that was one of the first things I heard about him. Like that's fun, and then I actually fought him, and no, he's just incredibly annoying to fight.
Unfortunately, I do play him as well.
Yeah, he is Street Fighter's Black Panther, basically.
I like the luchador.
He runs at you, and you can't really do anything about it.
That is very fair. I don't know. I'm not saying he's good. I just love him. Elena, Little Miss Heel.
Overall,
immediate negative point for that, by the way.
Overall, really good, but again, immediately excluded from S tier because of heel.
That is absolutely fair. Honest to God, this is one of those designs that is like very minimal clothing. But minimal because it's inspired by something that makes sense.
Yeah, minimal because that's what the setting is. I want to clarify it's not because of that, but I am not as much of a fan of her newer design.
No, I'm not a fan of the newer one either.
Like, honestly, that kind of knocks it points.
It's the hair for me. I
think it is the hair, if I'm honest. It's a bit...
I like the shorter hair. Yeah, I like the shorter hair. I think it just suits her better. It might be her face roundness in proportion to the hair as well in certain scenes.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, because when it's a short hair, I don't notice it as much. When it's long, I kind of do, and I can't tell you why. Maybe it's the eyebrows. Who the hell knows?
Well,
Story-wise, she's at least semi-interesting.
Yeah.
You know, she's I mean, she has a brother who could come in. Could you imagine we bring in Marcus and Sean in the same game just to take the Mickey?
Just because we can.
Well, we brought Laura back in Sean as an NPC, so you know. Weirdly enough, I believe she's a high school student. She became one at some point in Japan.
I don't know.
No, this is actual canon in the ending. She moves to Japan, and weirdly enough, she's potentially one of Hugo's partners as well. It's weird. I don't hate her. I do love the fact that she's trying to humanize Akuma.
Yeah.
Because I want positive Akuma direction. I really do. I think Akuma can be a very interesting character.
Like, overall, I really like Elena. Like, mechanically, she's very fun. Like, when she's not just healing, her supers are normally quite fun to look at because she is the capoeira character.
Yeah, she's fun to watch. She's fun to play outside the healing. I also played Elena in 4, but I didn't do the healing.
I'm feeling B tier.
Yeah, that's what I was going to propose. I think tier-wise, I think B.
Yeah. Again, how much we felt of it through this all, I don't know. I feel like that we might just need a episode at some point where we filter through everything. It's more specific, and even then, that seems like a nightmare.
Yeah, like, honestly, I don't like her as much as Cody does. I think that is where I would put her.
Fair enough.
So,
like, if we were felting more specifically, I'd probably have Cody higher in that list anyway, so.
11, F tier, moving on.
Yeah, I haven't really seen 11. I know 12.
11 hasn't got a story. Okay, there's nothing for me to tell you about 11. They're the prototype of 12.
Honestly, I don't even know how they play.
Oh, they're a clone.
Like, they're quite
no, they literally turn into a random character on the Street Fighter V roster.
Okay, so
not like it's just you don't even get like a move set. Like 11 doesn't have a move set. It is clone.
Okay.
The only difference between him and 11, biologically, is 11 is reformed from plant rather than animal matter.
Okay.
That's the difference. So he's a less efficient of a character that's inherently an interesting design.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't have a personality. He doesn't have a design. And he is literally the only completely mimic character in the entire game. And he is boring as dishwater.
Fair enough.
Also, his head is designed just to represent the 5 in Street Fighter V.
Makes sense.
I don't like this character.
Okay.
God, I honestly, straight up, I would rank the bloody agents from frickin' Street Fighter the movie over, because at least they're interesting.
I'll do it the proper way.
No. You know what? Put Sawada over. Sawada deserves it. Sawada had a point in the movie. It was important. 11 is not important. They are just boring.
Ryu, but now evil.
I've never liked Ryu. I've liked him as a narrative device. Well, that's it.
He has some interesting mechanics. The up and then down, like, Shoryuken is really interesting. Like, the up and then slam straight down thing, that's really interesting.
I like his Street Fighter 4 design. Because the issue you had prior was he was just a recolor of Ryu, aesthetically.
Yeah.
It's like, the only reason you're evil is that you've got a slightly darker complexion and a different colored gi. Really? That's the difference?
Yeah, if we're gonna have evil, let's have this sort of, like...
Yeah. And Fighter Ken also
heads
had this problem
yes,
too.
Yes,
Let
he
me make
does.
this clear. This is a universal thing. He as a design is better as an evil design than Kage, which we will get into at some point.
I think, like, I'm feeling mid. I'm feeling...
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
I feel
like...
mid as well. He doesn't have a story necessarily, he is a function. He is the function of what happens when the Setsui no Hado overtakes Ryu.
And, like, that makes for a really interesting character mechanically, and again, at least when we're talking Street Fighter 4, it makes a pretty good design visually.
But he's worse than Ryu in terms of story, because Ryu actually has plot development.
Yeah, I think he's technically higher tier than Ryu, though.
Yeah, because he's got more power, like more raw power per square inch.
Yeah.
So Say what you want.
Something double Hadoukens, basically.
Yeah. Falk, one of the other members of Neo Shadowloo, second hand to Ed. Unlike Ed, Playstyle was actually very interesting when she debuted, right?
So yeah,
'Cause she was the only one with a weapon.
Seemed interesting mechanically.
Was fun mechanically too.
Like, I haven't
again,
played her, so...
held back by the same problem, which is barely any story. We literally don't know where she is right now. She disappeared, literally. And she is saved by Ed, and Ed's story's already not too interesting, and Falk has barely any story outside of that, so that's a knock, really, against Falk.
I continue to not like the uniforms, and her alt outfit was, if I remember correctly, actually worse somehow, so...
I can't remember which ult you're referring to. Are you referring to the battle costume?
The one
or
with the
story
headband.
costume? The story costume. Yes, absolutely. Agree. Terrible
I don't
costume.
remember the other one.
It was like a leather biker suit thing.
That's probably a little better then.
Yeah, like, it's not a bad outfit. Honestly, a lot of her outfits are kind of cool. I think the one where she's got, like, the floppy hat is bad, but I think the one with the rose in her hair and the purple highlights and, like, her Halloween-y, dark, sort of Scythe Grim Reaper-y outfits are kind of cool. I think she has to go lower than Ed. I think Ed has more plot.
Yeah.
Which makes them more interesting. I think they are worse. Are they worse than Birdie or Blanca? And I don't think they are, right?
I would probably put them below Blanca.
Yeah, okay.
Partially just because of Blanca's position in, like, history, if nothing else.
He's being saved by being a grandfather of the weirdo archetype.
Yeah.
So that's something. Speaking of the weirdo archetype, here's Fong.
Yeah.
Who has a glow up in 6. Honestly, I love his outfit from Aki's story.
Yeah,
it looks a lot better.
As you were saying, part of his problem with his design in Street Fighter V is everything is just a bit too big and baggy. They've tightened everything up, made it actually fit properly, and they've made him less of just a weirdo for the sake of being a weirdo.
I'm going to say this as it's a controversial statement, but I think it's true. I'd be okay if Fong came back as a playable.
Yeah, again,
because they've learned
though.
how to do with Aki. Yeah, but they've learned how to fix it with Aki.
I know a lot of people did not like both his attitude and how, like, the poison mechanic worked.
Well, I think the issue is those people, on the same hand, didn't like Fong's attitude, but absolutely love Hakan, who is at least 100 times more ridiculous than Fong. Just inherently.
But, like, Hakan is just a guy, effectively. Fong is supposed to be one of the fucking head scientists of Shadowloo. Like,
He is. No. Hakan is meant to be a guy with turquoise coiled hair and bright red skin. He is a tomato if the hair was the wrong colour.
Like, the point is like, he is not a main thing narratively, where Fong is supposed to be notable narratively, and they just made him this fucking weirdo idiot.
Like, I'm not gonna put Fong in E tier. I think there could be redemption for Fong.
I agree.
I think he's worse than Birdie.
That's fair.
Like, it's borderline. It's borderline. If you continue the direction you took his aesthetic in 6,
Yeah.
I think Fong could return with a decent kit, a little less silly, but I think that you could make him come off as really sinister and jaded after Shadowloo. Like, you could do stuff.
Like, we have done a lot. Street Fighter 6 did a lot to make him look more like I think a lot of people want him to, and act a lot more like people want him to.
And I think that's what we want.
Yeah, my problem then is, like, how do you then translate, like, the poison and stuff? Because that was the other thing people didn't like.
What if you just have it be like a little bit slower, like I think that's less annoying.
I'm not.
It's annoying. Don't get me wrong.
It's like I didn't play against it, so I'm not 100% sure what people's problem was with it.
I think if you make it less of just damage over time, because like that's always been a bad mechanic. Alien from MKX proved that one.
I mean, that, like, if we've got, like, Aki, like, detonates the poison for, like, you know, spin out and extensions, maybe we just have it so it's like Fong detonates it for, like, big damage.
Yeah, I think there's a way of doing it, and I think Fong could come back, and I think if he came back, I would play him, because I like the idea of Fang. I like the evil scientist idea, but F7, leader of the Shadowloo troops. So he's from the movie game, and what he does is he has hidden knives and stun rods, and I'm trying to say it slowly so you put him in the fucking tier already, but you're taking your sweet fucking time.
I was doing it slowly for the bit.
I know, I was doing it slowly to allow for the bit. Tell you what, do you want to put Kaiba in there too while we're here? Do we want to just give Kaiba his rank?
I know, then I have to scroll.
Oh, I see. Look, it's not even universal. The yellow one just has to wait.
Just has to wait.
I can literally see him.
Can
he's
you?
right there.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Yeah, he's below Guile. Below Guile.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
him in. He's the same, but he does flamethrowers. Moving on.
Cool.
Like, again, comprehensive is the list,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Fei Long, my Street Fighter 2 main. Not even apologetic about it.
And the worst of the
Right. No,
just
I'm
trying
gonna
to be
defend-
Bruce Lee.
No. I'm going to defend him on this. He is not. On the grounds that at least he acknowledges the actor side of Bruce Bloody Lee.
Yeah, I
The
guess.
rest don't. So, like, he feels more complete in that regard. And, like, also, to be fair, it gives him a reason to do his techniques. He's showy, but he's from a kung fu movie universe.
Like, yeah, he's
Well-
doing the kung fu, the movie style,
I
which
also
makes
find
sense
that
because he is a fan.
shit. And honestly, he's fun to play. You
Also,
can't
yeah,
deny
he
fun to
is.
play.
He is sort of progenitor of the Rekka style, so
Yeah.
there's points there.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, he's also the progenitor of the Bruce Lee copy, so I feel like he's the most interesting one and the original, which is a damnation on the other ones.
I do, however, find him boring mechanically.
Yeah, but he's fun to play. Not everyone has to be interesting mechanically, but, you know, that doesn't mean that the play style's great. I'm not saying he's a high C.
I would say I
I'm not saying I'm
unfortunately he feel like he does fit in this category of they filled
Yeah.
their role and that's about it.
Yeah. And at least he's slightly more interesting. You know, he has story about why he became an actor, and he is still someone who does vigilante stuff on the side to protect people.
Yeah.
So there's a reason for him to be popular. Also, he and Rashid have a story together, and I kind of want to see that fleshed out, because honestly, Fei Long could probably teach Rashid a few things to make him even more flashy.
Possibly.
Fire and sand together would be cool. But moving on from that to the president of the world,
Power to the ass.
it's G. It's a shame his theme is not his trailer song. His trailer song is infinitely better.
Okay.
What is G?
That is a good question.
Great question. He is the president of the world.
At least according to him.
According to him and no one else.
He has these weird gold powers that are never explained.
The gold represents the entire world on his body as a tattoo.
But like they're not there all the time, so it's not it's not just a tattoo.
No, but on the base costume, it's meant to be like a tattoo. It's the vibe.
I guess we will mention it now and expand later. He very much has a lot of moves that are very similar to Q, but also with an entire unique mechanic to him, which I really like. I enjoy playing G. I haven't played a lot of him, but I do enjoy playing him.
So I have had a theory for a while that G is the leader of some organization, and every single member is a different letter. Kind of like the Men in Black, how they're all like just one letter names.
I could see it. I have
Oh.
my ideas, but I'm intentionally not mentioning them because of something that's another video we've got coming up in the pipeline.
Yeah, I would love to see, as a bonus, like, if there was ever a Capcom vs Street Fighter 3, if G came back somehow, and Q came back somehow, they adopt K from the King of Fighters franchise. For shits and gigs. Or K9999.
I think
You know
K
what?
Dash makes more sense. But-
That should be fucking hilarious. But yeah, no. To be fair, it is the world, right? Because on his left shoulder is Europe, on his right is America. His belly button is literally Brazil in the concept art. So that's something.
Yeah, but again, it's not there all the time. It's weird.
He's such a but that's because of costumes. I just didn't want to include on everything.
Well, it glows brighter the more stacks of the mechanic you have. That's again, it's
Yeah.
visual representation of a stockpiling mechanic.
She is weird, man.
He is very weird, but I
He's the president.
he's very
I don't
fun,
know.
and I very much like him. But he's also in one game and a weird, and we don't really know what's going on. So like,
Can we put him above Evil Ryu just because we like him?
I mean, I
Like, he has a lot of
I feel like I
charisma.
was gonna put him higher than that. I was thinking like there,
Ooh, yeah, sure, go on.
like I feel like he fits in with Dan quite well.
I mean, he claims to also be president of the Earth and president of the universe.
Yeah,
I want to see if Ingrid makes any sense to him.
that would be an interesting interaction. Especially like I don't know if you've seen the teaser trailer we got,
I haven't yet. No, I haven't.
but yeah, Ingrid's place seems to be a weird one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Faust comparisons.
Yeah.
That's a damn sure. Like, both of them theoretically just come from Earth. Like, there's no region, so, you know.
Yeah.
It could be aliens. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Again, right off the bat, boring design, but you know what? Like, somebody plays the old man in fighting games.
So, visually very simple, mechanically incredibly complex because they're effectively Street Fighter's only proper stance change character.
Yeah, playstyle, relatively decent.
Like, there's one other that's kind of, but I emphasis on kind of. Like, the Zico is, like, it's temporary stance changing, it's not proper stance changing.
I mean, rumor is they killed Chun-Li's dad.
Yeah, that is their original storyline, yeah, is Chun-Li
Yeah.
is basically out to get him because for vengeance.
It's implied that he did something to cause Darai's death, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not confirmed that it's a kill per se. It could be that he did something that just resulted in it. It could have been an accident. Who the hell knows?
But he definitely seems like an evil old man, like, in attitude.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's an assassin.
Yeah.
You know, he is. He's a martial arts master. He's a legendary assassin. He's not gonna be nice. He doesn't like crowds, so I think he's slightly autistic too. Who knows?
Eh.
He fit again. He suffers from the Street Fighter 1 concept of we need characters to fill in for martial arts things that existed in movies around this time, right?
Yes, because he is animal.
The old man.
He's the old man stereotype, but he's also the animal inspired martial arts master. So
Yeah, like you got again. Then this is a consistent thing. You had Retsu, who was like the monk. You had Getsu, who was the ninja. You had Mike and Joe, who had like the brash American boxer styles. You had Birdie, who's like the punk, or like the the kind of street level thug. You have Eagle, who's the gentleman. Like he fits into that archetype of hey, this isn't a movie. I don't think he's a bad, and I think they expanded him to at least be interesting later on.
I think
Oh,
honestly,
no.
I like again visuals is kind of the only thing he really lets him down because like and that just mean like design because if you look at again his ultras in 4 are some of the most impressive to look at and he has twice as many because he has 1 and 2 for both stances.
Like, I think the thing is as well, like we say his design's not great, but like, what were they gonna do
Yeah,
with it?
It's not
Make it
great, but it's
overblown,
doing
doesn't
what
look
it's meant
like.
to.
Yeah, it's Gen. Like Gen shouldn't look flashy. He's an old man. You know, he's a traditionalist.
Like again,
That's Gen.
I worry he fits again into the they do what they're here for to.
Yeah, he really does. Like he has the archetype.
Like-
There isn't much else to say.
We don't have much else comment, but he's here for what he's here for. Honestly, I'm gonna rearrange this a little. Just
Yeah, I know. I prefer him to Adon.
like again, I would like to see a redesign for Adon and leaning one way or the other, but as he is, definitely the worst of them, I think.
And now it's the Illuminati or the Secret Society, but it's been retconned to be the Illuminati.
It has
so-
been it has been referred to as both, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Secret Society, but people refer to it as the Illuminati because that's just what we know it as. Gil, who has been manipulating world politics for like 2,000 odd years.
Yes.
Gonna be completely honest with you, weird, and not in a good way.
He does a lot of interesting things. Like
But he feels incredibly forced into doing those things.
I mean, mechanically, he does a lot of interesting things.
Resurrect, though.
Yeah, again, if we need to give an example immediately of why they're not in the top tier, it's Resurrection.
Yeah, that's annoying enough. To just
Resurrection
know.
alone is the reason why he's banned from most tournaments. It's
I'm
not a thing.
surprised they even added him into 5. I'm surprised it did Seth too, but Gil was a choice.
I am glad they did. I don't. Did they bring Resurrection into 5? I don't remember.
I don't recall. Negative points on the Pyron skin, by the way. That one's also a competitive nightmare.
Yes, but I feel like Pyrod himself is going to get the same negative points.
Yes, but I feel like we still have to give them
Yeah.
the negative.
But yeah, he does. He does the idol thing. I think it's idol. I'm bad with names, as you might notice if you watch the Fate episode that come out before this. The thing of like his kit changes slightly depending on what side of the screen you're on.
Yeah, kind of.
Because he has the fire and the ice thing, so it actually
Yeah.
does matter what side of the screen he's on for what he does.
I mean, he can do both inputs on both sides. For like, he could do Pyro Quarrel and Cryo Rise kind of both operate on the same sort of inputs. One's just back, one's forward. But you know,
it does like it does like as far as like at least in 5, I'm pretty sure it does actually change like how you play him a bit. And, like there is actually like side swapping combos.
Looking at the moveset, I think it's side swapping because it makes the inputs easier.
Possibly.
Because like Pyrokinesis is quarter circle forward punch, cryokinesis is quarter circle back punch. Apparently it changes during V triggers, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Possibly.
I didn't play I didn't play him in 5. Like
I still haven't played a lot of 5.
Like-
My experience playing G was during a free weekend.
he is he the SNK boss of the Street Fighter franchise? I think that is perhaps my wording.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like he is an overblown design.
Yeah, but I kind of love
And a
that.
lot of them are. Yeah, true. I mean, Seraphic Wing is pretty fun to watch.
Like I visually I think it's a very fun design and like a very interesting design. It's a very interesting design for a boss. Like I like Gil a lot, if I'm honest. I don't think he's far from perfect. I'm like maybe
No,
B
he's
tier, but like
he's unique.
Yeah.
He's a very unique. I think very bottom of B. 'Cause I think he can be a little bit forced.
that's
At least to me. Plus, there are other characters in his association which I prefer, but I'm biased. Gouken. We both like Gouken.
Yes. Yeah.
Gouken is Ryu and Ken's master, who's also fakely called Shenlong for quite a long time. Because of an April Fool's thing from an article in a magazine. The fact that they made him into a full character is incredible.
I continue to hate April Fools.
I do too, but hey, it gave us this, so I guess technically we can dig it a little.
There's some good that comes out of it.
Gouken's playstyle is not top tier. He isn't. But he is a different take on the Shoto style.
Yeah,
He's
I was
a
saying,
unique take on it.
He's one of the like very interesting versions of Shoto, yeah.
He's kind of the skill check, I'd argue, because you do a lot of mind games with his playstyle.
Yes,
right?
you do. That's why I like him.
Yeah, he's facing Gouken in any matchup is not the same because you
Yeah.
can always do different fake outs, and I think that makes him inherently interesting.
Especially when you then take into like meter burn versions of stuff having completely different properties, like
I'm not gonna give him points down for design because he fits his design perfectly.
Yeah.
It's not extravagant, but it is an overblown old man martial artist with muscles.
Yeah.
And that's kinda Gouken in a nutshell.
yeah, he is visually what he's meant to be. His again, like even like his moves aren't the flashiest. He has a less flashy version of the Shin Hadouken, and he has Shin Shoryuken, and then he has Denjin Hadouken, which is the electric version of the Hadouken, which is pretty fucking cool. But like visually, it doesn't change much.
Yeah, he's a interesting character. I kind of want to also put him in B because to me he's interesting. He's a Shoto, but designed with a kind of a modern ideology of a Shoto.
It's like kind of another character I'm not expecting to see again.
I hope we do. I mean, he's appeared non-playable in the stories of Ryu in 5 and 6.
I suppose.
So there's the chance. He's still alive.
Yeah.
We also know, like, Rashid has a similar figure.
Hmm.
So there is always a chance we get someone equivalent in the role. Maybe not
Right.
him, but it is what it is. Guile. Oh, Guile.
How many points is he losing just for the fucking jumpsuit?
Honestly, Zero, I kind of like the jumpsuit.
I really disagree.
It's a homage to his original stage where everyone was in a jumpsuit. I'm not giving them slander for an Easter egg. Like, if we're giving him slander for anything, it's the mole cop. That was
doesn't
dumb.
help either. Yeah.
That looks worse than the jumpsuit. The jumpsuit can work.
Can's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Here's the problem with Guile, right? He's boring.
Yep.
He's the white bread of this franchise. Yep. Which is incredible considering his damn haircut.
He is the most basic of basic charge characters.
And, like, I'm not being funny. Nash/Charlie is just better.
Yes.
It has to be more interesting.
And not being a charge character, depending on which version it is.
Well, I mean, that's why I said Nash/Charlie, because I consider them different.
Yeah.
Because they technically are, but not for these purposes, but yeah, you know. But, like, I don't want to knock Guile down too much, because, like, as a design in Street Fighter 2, he's insanely memorable, right?
And, like, yeah, and, like, theme and stuff, but...
Yeah, like, everything around Guile is interesting. Guile himself is not interesting.
I'm sitting here, like...
Perfect. No, I agree.
Right.
I absolutely agree with that.
And of course, feel free to fight us about any of our choices in the comments. Like,
absolutely,
this is here for discussion, and like we said about making amendments for, you know, if we add tiers and stuff. But like, we can make amendments because someone said something that makes us change our mind. Like, that is a possibility.
Like, if someone highlights a really interesting part of his story, hell yeah. But he's not. He's an Air Force soldier. That's the deal. That's been his thing. He serves in a military capacity. Welcome to it. Guy, welcome to... We still haven't added Hagar, but we need to add every other Final Fight character, including the other protagonists. I've never played Guy. I'll be completely real with you. Listen, modern ninjas... There's a modern ninja in this franchise I love. It ain't Guy.
I don't dislike Guy. Guy is fun to play, but he is also just kind of a Shoto, if I'm honest.
He is the Shoto of the Final Fight cast.
Basically, yeah. Like,
is that really a knock to him? No, but he is woefully boring.
Like, his design's not that interesting. He does some, I feel like, unintentionally comedic moments just from, like, being serious to the point where he kind of goes full circle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of it is his facial animations, I'll be honest. A lot of the faces he pulls are just kind of funny.
Just like the infinite sadness when he loses, like...
Yeah, the fact that he's always frowning and he's an edgelord, I was like, brother, you are dressed in a brightly coloured gi.
He is an emo ninja.
Yeah, I think the worst thing they did in one of the live-action movies, they gave him a hoodie on the gi, and I was like, what the hell are you doing?
What is the point in that?
That looks worse. You made his design worse somehow.
I'm feeling here.
I think that's incredibly generous. I think a little lower. I think just above Blanca, if I'm honest.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Because, like, at least Fuerte is interesting as a concept. Guy's modern ninja.
Fair enough.
It's the king of Lobo tiers, Hakan!
Yeah.
Yay! Hakan is such a design,
It's the
man.
universal Blobo.
It's just like, what is a Hakan exactly? Well, the answer is a Turkish oil wrestler, designed specifically to look nothing like Street Fighter.
It's like,
and in that regard, well done.
Like the automatic response feels like, oh, he goes in the tier with all the other ones that fit. Like,
no, but he doesn't represent oil wrestling in the slightest.
But at the same time, also, his design is that cool, and he has such an interesting personality, where he still fits in that place, if not higher.
Yeah, no, like, the funny thing is, people thought Karate Clown was going to be in the slot. No,
to be fair, I'm still putting Abel above him.
We prefer Abel. But, God, like, Hakan is the same as Honda, I'd argue, but for Turkish, like, sports. He owns a business that is associated with his craft, aka he owns an oil company, and he enters to showcase oil wrestling and, you know, to search for new oil.
To get money for his family.
That's Honda. It's Honda, is it not?
I mean, Honda doesn't have a family, but...
No, but he has a business associated with his sport, because he has bathhouses.
I mean,
And
Honda
he-
has even more now because in 6 he also has a chain of restaurants that sells
Okay,
Chonkonabe.
They took that one from Tekken because Ganryu had restaurants. At least Ganryu had that unique quality.
They're all copying from each other.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna do a big sumo guy, you're gonna do a big sumo guy.
Yeah,
What can I
pretty much.
say? You're kind of stuck with it. Yeah, I wish we put Karate Clown on this tier list for shits and gigs, but he never made the cut. He was meant to be. He was meant to be a clown who did karate, and that was meant to be Hakan. So let that sink in.
I'm glad we got
Hugo,
a card.
Hugo, otherwise known as Andori or Hugo Andori, because both his names are his name.
He is Andre the Giant.
He's at least more interesting than Abigail, right off the bat.
So yeah, I think he's at least a D tier. That I will say.
Oh yeah, he's at least one tier higher than Abigail. No debate about that. The question is, where
Yeah.
in the D tier? Because I'm like, is he more interesting than Fong? No. Is he more interesting than Birdie? Yes.
Like, he, of the Street Fighter grapplers, he's probably the one I've had the most fun playing. Like, I don't know what that says about me or the character, but like, Zangief's game plan is very simple. It's not that interesting.
He's
Fuerte
played
I
for-
have talked about.
Hugo / Andori is played for goofs, right?
Yes.
That is the deal.
Like,
But I'm at least gonna give him bloody credit for his Street Fighter 3 ending, where he ends up making an entire wrestling faction called HWA, aka the Huge Wrestling Army. That is funny.
Yeah.
Inherently awesome. That is literally better than Abigail. It's the same concept. You made a business out of beating things up. But instead of a scrapyard or a mechanic, you chose wrestling, which is fitting.
he has some of the most interesting visually looking grabs. Like, he himself isn't, but again, he's supposed to be a combination of Andre the Giant and the, like, Final Fight big guys, so,
You know what? I know where to put him.
okay.
Because I made the reference to guys' faces being funny, Hugo's are even funnier, so he should be above Guy.
Fair.
Like, Hugo's entire thing is having the stupidest eyeball popping animations.
Yeah, yeah,
But it kind of works.
yeah.
Oh god, this one might be my blowboat here. I would put Ibuki at S, and I'm not even afraid to say it. By far, one of the coolest modern ninja designs, specifically 3 Fighter 5 design.
Okay.
That design is cool as hell, and I will not debate it.
I
Like-
mean, immediate. As much as I love Next Snap is also incredibly unbalanced. So
Oh, absolutely.
a sliding,
like-
low hitting command grab is
But again, I feel like she has to just be high because her character, she is full of character.
yeah. Like,
She's fun to play. She's absolutely
I
full
don't
of
know if she's
character.
I don't know if she's an A tier. I'm thinking like there.
I think she might end up in A tier. I think there's a chance, but I think B is fine for now.
It's just like she's in that like only has a few appearances a problem and like
I mean, she's appeared in nearly half the games at this point.
true, but I don't know. It's just
Like-
something about
like-
it feels off to me. I don't know. I like
and
her
she's
as
been-
well, but
She's been in 4, 5. She's been in 3, 4, and 5. So she's been in 3 consecutive. Same as Jury, apart from like Jury's in 6.
like
So they're in like 4, 5,
and,
6.
like
and then-
personally, I don't like the schoolgirl outfit.
I
I
don't
prefer,
know.
I prefer her actually being in a ninja outfit.
That is fair. I think as a way to hybridize the designs into one, it's a good execution.
Oh yeah, it's doing
Like-
what it's doing well. Like
I don't think it's flawless.
I'm definitely here for high B, but I don't think I put her in A tier.
Like in comparison to ninja designs that try to be modern ninjas, like the ones that were done in early League of Legends, it doesn't give off mold ninja.
Eh,
It gives off I'm an actual ninja. It's just I have a life,
yeah.
which is a Buki, is it not?
How-
Ingrid.
So how do we tier Ingrid?
Can we tier Ingrid?
Like that. I mean, she is playable in multiple games.
That was not the question. Obviously, we can tier her because she fits the criteria. But like, she just like, okay, Rose and Minata are weird. Fong is weird. Ingrid is something different, man.
Ingrid's character is the fact that she's weird.
Ingrid in general is an anomaly of science.
Okay.
Because theoretically, she is responsible for Street Fighter X Tekken because she breathes life into the Pandora Cube, right? So to some level, she is cosmic.
Yeah.
Like that, like she is legitimately, theoretically, a god.
Yeah.
Which is what makes her so goddamn weird.
Yes. Yeah.
And also,
I
no,
don't
she's not a
disagree.
god. Like, if like she's literally a constellation. Whole and like the Pandora Cube was big, right?
Yeah.
It was big. It was enough to trap. What was it? Fucking Ganryu inside in his ending.
I don't remember that one.
No, bad. It was Bad Box Art Mega Man. He got trapped
Right,
in the
yes.
ending. So like to some level, she could not only hold it, she could hold it in the air. So I'm going to put her on the god level.
But why does that put her in this?
I don't know, because like she's so out of it, right? We don't like literally nothing of Ingrid. I guess all we can do is judge her off playstyle, right?
I would say I haven't seen a playstyle either.
I have. I don't like it, but like, is it a bad playstyle? I don't think so.
My argument is we just put a slap bang in the middle and then we edit it later when we actually have a playable.
Yeah. But tell you what, that's what we'll do. We're gonna judge it off 6.
You're gonna go here and then we can move you later.
Yeah, like she is, because maybe that develops a story and maybe that gives us a direction. But like, she is a enigmatic and powerful cosmic being of unknown origin and an important destiny. Like, we need to know more.
Yeah.
She is the K9999 of this roster. I
Kinda.
believe that to be a fair comparison. That she is weird and we don't know much about her. Not on the god level. I'm not calling K9999 a god. Jamie Siu, the Drunken Fist style of this. I mean, okay, no, Drunken Fist / breakdancing, but it is base Drunken Fist.
Yes, yeah.
You will have to fill in a few of my blanks because I don't know him too well.
Mechanic, I find him really fun to play. He is not at all
Okay.
top. He is not a top tier character. I know that much, but I do find him very fun to play.
Theoretically, has any Drunken Fist character ever been top tier
Yes,
for an extended period of time?
yes.
Name one.
The Psycho Soldier guy was pretty top tier in.
Oh yeah, Chin
King of
Jinsai.
Fighters.
Yeah, okay.
He was pretty top tier in King of Fighters 13.
Yeah, King. Okay, yeah, Chin is the exception that proves the rule. Because Drunken Fist doesn't tend to be, so when it is, it's a bit worrying.
I think the one in Virtua Fighter can be as well.
I've seen him compete, but I don't. But like, to be fair, when we saw Killer Instinct, we saw Eagle C play. And I don't think Eagle's S tier or anything.
I saw Eagle win a tournament.
I also saw him win, but I still don't think he's S tier.
I think we were watching the same tournament.
We saw Panda win a Tekken tournament. Doesn't mean he's S tier.
Like,
So like, you know, it's
a-
oddball picks.
Jamie's a very fun design. Like, visually, I was a little unsure about it when we first saw it, but it has only served to grow on me in time.
He's meant to be the Ken of this generation.
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
Lucas and Ryu, Jamie is the Ken. And I think the issue is Ken is fascinatingly more interesting. Like,
Yeah,
if
but,
Ken still didn't have all of the games,
I'll say
right?
the thing-
You could
no,
have
I
apples.
don't think just Ken on his own is that interesting. I think like first 2 games Ken is still less interesting than Jamie is now.
Yeah, but if we compare Street Fighter 6 writing to Street Fighter 6 writing, Ken versus Jamie, no context. Nothing of Ken prior goes into consideration.
The problem
Apples to
is
apples.
like Ken's story in 6 only works with prior knowledge. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah, but I still think his design leads more into the story, right? Because he's just like
I
downtrodden version.
could see so much. I see a lot of potential in Jamie. I'm not gonna lie.
I see a lot of potential too. I just don't think he is the.
I see more
the
potential in
Ken's
Jamie
move.
now than when we first saw Luke in Street Fighter V. Like, I think
Yeah.
Luke had a massive glow up between the 2 games, but again, Street Fighter V's visual design was awful.
I don't see Jamie being the Ken. I don't see it. I think at
see
some
the
point that
rivalry.
changes.
I see the rivalry. They're
Well,
definitely.
yeah, the rivalry is there. They've explained the rivalry in story.
Yeah.
I'm not debating that.
And like,
but,
he has a connection. He has direct connection to Yin and Yang as well. Like,
yeah, I guess. I think it's more so the way they're pitching it. I don't see it, and at some point, I think Jury becomes like the secondary I think she becomes the Ken somehow.
I can't see a rivalry between Luke and Jory. It doesn't quite fit to me.
I mean, anything is possible with Capcom writing, let's be honest.
I suppose. But yeah, I like Jamie a lot. I think he's a very good design. He's not...
He's more interesting than Guile. I think he's earned a C tier.
Yeah, my problem with him is he definitely feels like you kind of have to play his target combos because you're sitting in a position where like you have to play his target combos because that's how you get the drinks, right? Like,
so funny enough, I was gonna say put him below Dan Hibiki, so the fact you did so automatically it makes me think we're reading each other's minds just a little.
We've been doing we've been doing these videos like we've been doing wrestling and stuff for way longer, but like
we've done these sort of things in our time.
This sort of stuff that you've been like that we've got like the 800 something people suddenly starting to watch us, which again, as always, thank you. That's always all been in a year. Like April 17th is when the first of the JoJo's guessing things went up. Like it's been a wacky year, and we thank you all very much for that.
Oh, by the way, since you've mentioned that, Netflix, when's Steel Ball Run coming out, please? Thank you.
I didn't do it this time. In
my defense, I started watching JoJo's last night, so I have a reason.
I
have a canonical reason this time.
We got you. It took us a year, but we got you.
Right. Let me make this perfectly clear, though. I'm starting from season 1 and 2, and I'll be honest, pacing could be better.
Yes, part 1.
By far.
Part 1 is not great pacing, but it's.
I like the concept of season 1. It's just it happened so fast. And like there must certainly be more chapters of the story, right?
Part
like,
1 is not long.
It's like 11 episodes, I think, if I remember correctly.
Part 1 is not long.
Like for those wondering, I'll give an Easter egg. I am at the second episode of part 2 where they're not in America. There you go. That's how I do it without spoiling what the plot of the episode is.
Like, regardless, you can't watch any Steel Ball Run, though, because we need to do that video.
No. They might actually finish it by the time we're done.
Estimated is 2088, so...
Or
2028.
we do the manga. We'll do the manga instead. That was done. Because we have part 9 in manga.
Not an English translation. Well, at least not an official English translation.
I'll read the manga.
No.
We'll reverse it. Yes.
No, because I know a lot of them even without that.
Fine. I'll read the manga for 9, and then I'll do 9.
I know bits and pieces of 9 as well already.
God damn it. Stop reading the Breaking Bad story. Anyway, JP, leader of Amnesia.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that is the name. That is a dumb name.
The remnants of Shadaloo.
Well, they are honestly, they're kind of anonymous, because they are the hacktivists.
Yeah, but they
have a white mask.
He was the financial guy for Shadaloo, so
and then went, "Hey, they're gone. I'm gonna do my thing."
Yeah, so it's very much like he is the remainder of Shadaloo is the idea.
Right. I will disagree with the wiki. He does not have orange. Those are red waistcoats and pants, sir.
It's a little more orange in model than...
yeah, well, I'm looking at, like, his renders and shit. I'm like, no, I see that more as a red. It's like an orangey red, maybe, but it's like... It's definitely not orange. I wouldn't go as far as to say just one color.
So
I have seen his playstyle. I have seen JP.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I said I liked how he looked.
And I said that surprised me because he's a keep-away character.
But weirdly enough, he's a little bit more set play than just keep away.
Yes.
He can combo with his keep away.
Yeah, and he
which
has
makes it interesting to me.
He has the Dragunov problem.
That he's really good.
he was really good in the beginning of season 1, and everyone was playing him. Anybody who could play that style.
Counterpoint, he was the final bloody boss, and he was meant to be.
Season 1 was wacky. It was JP players and classic mode Luke players.
Like, I think
modern mode Luke players.
Yeah, I don't think it is the Dragunov problem, because again, JP has an excuse. Dragunov did not have an excuse.
I mean, it's not quite the same, yeah.
JP was a boss character, and bosses can be broken by accident.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like, I like Oka in Under Night because of the vibe, and I like the vibe of JP.
That's understandable.
I don't know what it is entirely about the vibe, but it's the vibe. It's the debonair badass old gentleman gives no fucks, and I kind of want to put him above Gil minimum. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Like,
As a design, he is very polished.
his story is, at least what they've set up, is interesting, but also, maybe I've just missed something when it comes to the world tour mode, but the ending of that is so anticlimactic and kind of leaves nothing. Like, it's a really sour grapes ending, at least from what I've played.
Maybe that's because they don't want to set up too much, because they want to keep the universe going. And
Yeah,
because,
it's
Street
weird.
Fighter 3, cough cough. And we still don't have all the characters yet, so maybe it wraps up with like Ingrid. Because if anyone can set it up, it's Ingrid, because she's a goddess. We've had discussion.
Yeah.
Right. Julie and Junie. I think we can do both of them together, even though they're separate here. Because yes, they're separate in Alpha 3. They were a sub-boss in Alpha 2. Julie has more story than Junie's. I think no matter what, Julie is more important.
Okay. Well, just
Because she's also the mother to a character in the story. Because she
Right.
is technically the mother of Lily, right?
yeah.
Because T-Hawk is her father.
No, it's
They've been married since like Street Fighter 4.
It's too small for me to see. I think that's that way around. Actually, I think it was.
Yeah, Junie is the ginger, Julie is the
Right,
darker
yeah.
hair. Here's the problem. I said the dolls had better story after leaving Shadowloo, and I stand by that. It doesn't mean they had a lot of story.
Or
You know?
doesn't really change the gameplay, which
No, unfortunately not. And the issue is we've only ever played them as a doll, and I don't think that they're going to end up ever being not a doll.
yeah.
Even in the new movie coming out this year, Julie is a doll. So, we're stuck with that. I would kind of put both in D, and I think I would put Julie above Junie. I think they are weaker than the Capri.
Yeah, I'm.
For sure. I think I'd say put them below Blanca, if I'm honest.
That's sort of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Because I don't agree with Blanca's story, but at least it's a direction.
See what I mean about we're
Can't-
already gonna start running out of space for this.
Okay, it's Juri Han. Someone's gonna crucify us for not putting her in S tier. Someone's gonna crucify us if we do put her in S tier.
My excuse for not putting her in S tier is Street Fighter V. Is entirely. I did not like a Street Fighter V
No.
design. Her mechanics were weird in Street Fighter V.
Okay, so I liked playing her in 5, but I will agree it was a weird departure.
Yeah, it's
And
like
it wasn't my favourite costume, but her battle costume was really good.
like she's had a lot of good costumes. Like Street Fighter V did end up giving her a lot of good costumes, but her default sucked. Well, wasn't great.
I kind of like the school uniform one, but the problem again is
Like-
the internet and schoolgirl costumes. So like
did
I
like the
have a
Delinquent
sour
one.
taste in my mouth.
I was like, I like the Delinquent one with like the spider on the jacket. That one's up there for me.
The Cyborg one kind of moves it down a point. Also, fun fact: the UMVC 3 mod has 86 costumes of Jury.
Yep, it covered
So,
all of them.
like, they covered every single costume
And
So,
multiple
like,
colors for each.
So there is a big Jury fan base, and I can't say no to that fan base. I think I honestly think I'd put her in A. As much as
Okay.
she was broken in 5, I think she is a very iconic character now.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not arguing with it.
I mean, let's put it to you this way: Suzuki's making her bike.
Yeah, like
You don't get that unless you've been recognized. You know, and it's a cool looking bike. To be fair, I want to get the bike, and I can't even ride one. I just want the bike. God damn it!
I take
It
a
looks
figure
so
of the
cool.
bike.
I would take. You know what? If they would do a conjunction with Hot Wheels and make a die-cast model of it, please. It could be a premium model, so I have to pay extra. I don't care. Just please, I'm begging you. I love it.
I'd put it on my desk next to my Toy Story Disney bus.
It would go next to all 52 of my Batmobiles. Kage! Worse than Evil Ryu, no debate.
Visually, yeah.
Story-wise, still worse than Evil Ryu, no debate.
I mean, story-wise, kind of equally, because both of them are kind of doesn't really have story.
No, counterpoint on that one, actually, Kage is treated as a jobber in his own story.
Yeah. I like
Like,
my feeling, however, is still just like here. Like it really is just they're next to each other, but not like.
yeah, unfortunately. The worst thing is, if they had kept the Kage concept art of him being like this just made of energy version of Ryu, I think that would have been more interesting.
I mean, I
So
think
he's more
I've
like a
kind of already
manifestation of the Satsui.
I've kind of already given the go. The Kage is on my list for the Capcom roster for what we're doing next, but I
Didn't
haven't.
even make my cut.
I have reasons. I think I'm making him more interesting, but that is me creating lore.
Fair enough. Kanzuki Karen, or Karen Kanzuki, because she is Japanese, so technically the family name goes first.
Mix ups the character.
I can't look at her and not think Lily from Tekken. I just can't.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure Karen comes first.
Karen does come first. Immensely first. But, also, to be fair, she doesn't debut in a game, she debuts in a manga.
Yeah.
She debuts in Sakura Gambaru, which was a manga about Sakura in 96. And she debuts in Alpha 3, which is 98. So it takes 2 years to get Karen. I've never enjoyed playing Karen, but the more we see her, the more it's Sakura is the Asuka and Karen is the Lily.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't hate her. I don't hate her because she has had pretty interesting story beats with Ibuki for instance.
Again, my biggest I like her mechanically from what little I've tried playing around with her, but she is mix-ups the character. Her entire moveset is designed with mix-ups built in, high-lows and overheads. It's mix-ups the character.
Yeah. Also, she's one of the characters in Grand Blue Fantasy for some reason. Her, Nakali, Fang, and Rashid are all in there, so,
Okay.
That's sinking. Honestly, she actually looks good in the Grand Blue art style.
I'm sure she does.
Genuinely. I don't know. She's more interested in Evil Ryu because of her relationship with other characters. And I think she's more interesting to Dhalsim for sure. I think she's more interesting than Jamie for sure. Maybe not as much as Dan, because I think Dan could actually have a serious story going forward. And really show off his skills. I think below Dan.
Yeah, I don't think I would put them above Jamie personally, because again,
okay,
I
fair.
don't like Jamie, but
same sort of ballpark though.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. It's Ken Masters.
Okay.
It's Ken.
I don't agree with my initial thought.
What is your initial thought?
But my initial thought was, is Ken our first S?
No, he is not. He is A. I will say.
Sorry, I feel like he's up there, but
yeah, I would dare say he is more interesting than Cammy because he's had longer to have a story. And to be fair, I still want his wife in the games. He's also Sean's trainer, which could be interesting.
Yeah,
there's things you could do with Ken, I think. Whereas I can see less happening with Cammy. But I do like Ken. Ken is the best of the two who debuted in the first game.
Yeah,
I'm still not going to give Ryu a negative score because of that.
But we've put him at the top. You can see why I was considering is he the first?
Yeah. Also, to be fair, I think his Street Fighter 5 base costume, the hair. I'm sorry.
That hair might do it.
That hair was bad, and they knew it because they changed that thing in most of his costumes.
Yep.
They changed it to the classic style. They changed it to a bob. They changed it to a ponytail. None of it was good apart from his Crispus one. That long hair was good. They even gave him Dante's haircut, and I think that was better.
Yeah, it still didn't quite work because again, that Street Fighter 5 art style was not good.
No, but it was an attempt, and sometimes that's what you can get. Kimberly! I hope that this character does not mean Ibuki is no longer in the games.
So Kimberly is our Guy replacement. She is the inheritor of the Bushin Ryu. She has her own mechanics.
She's trained by Guy, I believe, right?
I think so.
Trained under Guy in Bushin Ryu. Okay, cool. With her own twist.
Yeah, she's got the inheritor of Bushin Ryu, but she's doing it her own way.
I like the swagger.
Like,
do I dare borrow the quote from that review of Miles Morales? No, but I do like the swagger. Yes, I will still shit on that quote. It's deserving.
I think she immediately gets above Guy. Like, she's not had as much...
Oh, yeah, by far. She has personality.
Yeah, like, I don't know if... honestly, would be tempted to put her in at least C tier, even though we've not seen much of her.
I'd say above Evil Ryu only though.
Maybe maybe above Dalsim, just because Dalsim is.
Yeah, I guess you could see more with her. I
Yeah.
guess is the argument, right?
Yeah.
On that note, I'll agree.
The Dalsim has become a bit stale, which is why I'm not quite sure why he's defaulting into rosters still.
I still think there's room for Ibuki and her to be in the same game.
Yes.
They are both different styles of ninjutsu, and they do not play the same.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the same.
I honestly would almost want to see them in the same game so they can clash.
To be fair, if they make Ibuki DLC for 6, not only will she dodge the double DLC, because she wasn't DLC in 5.
I'm pretty sure she was DLC in 5.
Was she DLC in 5? I thought she was... No! She was Season 1, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, don't make a DLC then. Wait one more game. Just wait one more damn game, please. To be fair, she is part of the story.
Yeah.
And during the beta test, we had the meshes. So she was considered, right?
Right.
So, like, bad Capcom decision is bad Capcom decision. I'm not gonna let that shit on Ibuki on this one. Because she was at least there. Yeah, she was considered. That's something. Colin.
Yes.
Well, we're not gonna see her as a fighter ever again.
Are we not?
No. Her playable debut was before she became guild secretary.
I can't see why her being guild secretary stops her being a combatant.
Okay,
Like,
I'll give you a further answer. She's boring as hell.
that might be a bit more of a reason, yeah, because she is like
Oh god, she is dull.
the way the Secret Society works. I could still see her being a fighter.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, in that regard, yes. But god, for an ice user, she is cookie cutter.
I've not seen any gameplay of her really, so I don't know.
So she doesn't have a freeze ball, okay? I will at least say that. She doesn't have one of those. Cool, sweet, awesome. But like, she's got like glides, like Sub-Zero did. She's got a trailing floor projectile that's like ice, like Kyo.
I think it's the first time. Not every character hits well the first time they're made. Sometimes it does take like 2 goes.
Maybe.
There's probably something. I would be surprised that there isn't something there that they can work from, right? Like,
Absolutely, but I think also part of that is Guna a little bit with Colin's design.
I can see it. Yeah.
It's the fact that she's got a skirt that is that short, yet she's a Cole. I don't like that aspect of Cole character designs, by the way. If you're gonna make them use ice or Cole powers, please make them seem appropriately dressed to handle their abilities.
I guess the idea is that you would be inherently more use or more immune to the cold. Like,
But like, you'd still feel the cold. It's ice. You are summoning ice. You are not like Smoker. You are not made of ice.
why did you not pick Aokiji?
Because Smoker's my favorite one of that selection of people.
Okay, Akiji's
Also,
literally ice though.
Yes, but like I was just going with full gear in general.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily going to pick the most stereotypical ice one. That would feel a bit too apples to apples. A bit too expected, as it were.
Yeah.
I don't... Maybe D. Maybe D. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh.
Like,
I'm not going to put her in E. That's a damn shame. But
no, maybe below Blanca.
yeah. She has the same problem as Jury and Junie,
Yeah.
I guess.
And
That
Volk,
she probably
honestly.
would show up. No, Volk could theoretically showed up, because she's just missing.
I could see Colin showing up. Like, if Secret Society stuff is happening, I could see Colin being in there with them.
Speaking of Guna,
I actually like Laura. I like her playstyle. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it too, but the internet has made me so sick of her.
Like, she's like of the traditional grapplers, Hugo is my favorite, but I think Laura might be more fun.
Like, Capcom's also to blame for that, to be fair, giving her pre-fight intro animation, but I am so sick of... She's the most DOA of the entire roster.
Well, not inherently a bad thing.
No, but goddamn can I see there being an I'm a Fighter promotion for her, which inherently just... Yeah, that's just not... It's... No. That's always left a sour taste in my mouth. I don't hate her playstyle. I don't hate her character.
I don't hate her design either. Like, nothing about what that she does or wears is abnormal for a Brazilian, is the thing.
That's true. Like,
Like,
it's the fucking chaps.
like, I get your argument, but it's also none of it's out of place.
No, none of it's out of place. I agree. That's not the issue. The issue is the internet just kept running with the damn thing, and I'm just fatigued with it.
Yeah, but I don't think your
Because
fatigue is inherently it doesn't make it inherently any worse.
no, I guess not. Like, if you have the hots for Laura, I understand it. I'm not blind to what she is.
Like, I think the biggest problem is her, like, I can see her being very frustrating to fight because she's a mixture of crowd control and grappling.
Yeah.
Like she has stunning projectiles, then she can just walk up and grab you. Like, that's...
It's very weird. I don't know, man.
But, like, I don't think she's a D tier.
I don't think she's a D tier either. I'm not arguing for D tier.
Like, she's definitely higher than that. I don't know if she's quite good enough to get into B.
No, I think C is correct. I'm not denying that. I'm also just venting my fatigue of how everyone keeps making odds of this one person. And I'm like, she's really not that big of a deal, guys. And also my distaste of the internet's culture of hot female must draw. You know what I mean? That's my fatigue. She's just very emblematic of that problem. Which is surprising because Poison's in the same roster, funnily enough. Anyway, Lily. Boring character.
I mean, her personality's fun, her design's fun, her kit's interesting. It's not my type of thing, but it's interesting. She's far from high tier. She's a like Native American style character that is actually a representation and not a stereotype.
We'll get to that.
We will, yeah.
We will 100% get to that. My issue with this character, just in general, just like the general lay of the land with Lily, is that her personality is just not interesting to me. A lot of Street Fighter characters I like have a lot of personality behind them, or something that makes me convey and be interested in them. This is just a child.
I will say, again, I haven't done loads of it because her style isn't super my thing, but I have done a little bit of her, Bond stuff for World Tour mode, and, generally her personality is pretty good, overall. But, part of that is just because she's a upbeat child, you know?
Yeah, but again, she's a child, and I don't really want to deal with the child. I don't know, man. She could be a better example of the native culture than T-Hawk.
That's my instinct on it.
On the grounds, I think you could do more for than Dulcim, yes. But I'll be honest, you'd have to do a lot to make me feel like she'd stay in the C tier.
Fair.
You'd have to pull something out the bag.
There's a reason she's not high tier, because it's too complex and other people do similar things better, Rashid. But
yes, Rashid.
But her design, mechanically is interesting. I did fuck around with it a little bit, but
well, welcome to another Final Fight character. It's Lucia. Lucia was I believe the damsel in distress in the first game.
I don't know.
I believe she was, because she was playable in Final Fight 3. But I believe she's kidnapped in Final Fight. I play Lucia. Okay. I like Lucia's playstyle. Do I think it's the best playstyle ever? No. Do I want to see it return? No. I'm okay with it not returning. It was fun for what it was.
This was my instinct.
No, a bit higher.
Bit higher.
No. I'd say... tell you what, above Guy. How about that? Because inherently, her relationship with Cody is more interesting than Guy's relationship with Kimberly.
I guess.
Is I think my argument. Also, she is the Oguri Cap of the franchise, and that has to be given some credit.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Oguri Cap, okay? I'm beginning into the Uma Musume game. Blame this one. Blame my co-host.
I did nothing.
You did everything. Point at the person. Also, by the way, the art from the Bond of Blanco and Lucia's on the megaphone and Dan's holding the balloon, that's fucking hilarious. Honestly, I like Lucia. I just don't think she needs to return.
That is probably the thing I want to go back to Street Fighter 6 for, is actually the World Tour mode. The mechanics of the mode as a whole isn't great. The story isn't great. The bonds, though, I want to get the bonds up on everyone, just because the story, and like you learn so much about the people that you wouldn't normally. It's actually really fun.
Honestly, maybe that'd be cool. I still need to play Street Fighter 6. Please put it on sale for a decent price. Thank you.
Or at all. Again, spring sale. Not even the base game is discounted. Capcom.
If you put it on sale in the Steam sale, I'm more likely to buy it there than on like a CD key website. You know, just saying.
Capcom. Get your shit together.
Just saying. Luke Sullivan. I'll be completely fucking honest. I keep forgetting he was in 5 because he was the last character added. No, he was not. That's a lie. 11 was the last person added to 5, but that's not the point.
He was the last character of note.
Last character that wasn't utter dog shit. And he's still utter dog shit. Because God was his design awful.
Yeah.
Luke's design in 5 was the literal worst design they made for that game. And again, it featured a V for 5. So, yes, I will give it shit.
Talk about a glow up.
I still wouldn't go that far. He's just incredibly more tolerable.
Yeah. I like Luke as a character.
An F to a C is a glow up, right? Because that's at least 2 ranks. It doesn't mean he's going to be an S tier, because fuck no.
Oh no.
Luke is dull as dishwater. Luke is the Ryu, because Ryu started off being bland. And theoretically, Luke could be more interesting later on. Do I think he'll ever get to that point? No, not really. No.
Luke has a good personality, and that's kind of the end of the sentence. Because, again, I guess his mechanics are solid. Again, he's still, classic mode Luke is still high in tiers, and modern mode, honestly, there's still the odd modern mode Luke, just because being able to do stuff quicker is actually beneficial when you're playing someone like Luke.
But you know who else has a good personality? Is not at all like sanding paper at times? Rashid, Juri, Cammy, Ibuki, Kimberly. I
would agree that Rashid should be the protagonist.
Yeah, Rashid is infinitely more interesting. Rashid would arguably be an S tier, but we'll get to that when we get to that. That's a controversial statement.
Yeah, I don't think
he's going to be high. He's going to be high. I was. Luke, tell you what, C tier, definitely. No, below Kimberly. Kimberly
I was going to say, Kimberly's more interesting. I don't.
Above Lily.
I don't know. I think he's more interesting than Lily.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like above Lily. Yeah. Yes. Bison. God, do I want to say S tier because his Street Fighter 6 outfit is so good. I love the vibe. I love him.
I do not like it that much, if I'm honest.
Okay, we can give him shit for being boring, but he is the progenitor of the big bad evil guy in fighting game. So I'm not gonna do that. Because his legacy is everybody else designed to be the boss. At least A tier, come on. At least.
Like mechanically?
No!
Visually?
Come on. Okay, tell you what, above Aki. Okay, above Aki. That's my proposition.
I don't like it, but sure.
Because here's the thing, Bison's story in 6 is gearing up for actually an analysis of Bison. Not just being evil for evil's sake, he has no goddamn memory. What is he gonna do? The possibilities are infinite to this point. Because, he's Bison.
And it's Street Fighter, so it's probably not gonna get a payoff.
Yeah. But, his trailer, when he came on the horse, when he's not holding the reins, he's just commanding it through sheer will of Bison.
I'm not saying the guy's not cool. I'm just I don't think I'd put him... he's not as high as you think he might be. He's never that good. His design was the same for decades.
But it was a good design for decades.
His moveset's always been okay, only kind of interesting. I feel like his moveset often doesn't live up to how he looks and how interesting he is as a person and, a character and design. Psycho Crush is cool and all, but it's also gets repetitive and it's kind of not as... I don't think he lives up to what he should be, I think, is the problem I have.
Fair, but I still think he could going forward. With the whole Shadowloo Gone thing, I think there's a chance to redesign him in some capacity to be interesting. And again, he is the progenitor of the entire archetype. And he's still more interesting as a progenitor of the archetype than Ryu was on launch. Do you know what I mean? Okay, tell you what. How about we tell the difference? We put it between Aki and Dudley. Instead of going too high, we go 1 high.
I still think Dudley's better, but sure.
No, you are right. What the fuck am I kidding? Yeah, before Dudley.
Like,
Yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, no, Dudley is my child. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Like-
He's still a really cool character.
yeah, like Bison being up there, I don't disagree with, but yeah, I don't think he's as high as your.
Yeah, fair. This is where Mai would be if they weren't a guest character, because Mai would be done in the Fatal Fury or the King of Fighters or the Art of Fighters, whatever franchise it may be.
However,
Video.
SNK ends up being organized, which will probably be more than one video because SNK has a lot of games.
So instead, we move on to Maki Genryusai, who you believe to be Eagle's daughter.
If anyone can tell me where I got that from, because I generally like. I feel like I Mandela effect myself, and I don't know how.
Cue the final fight joke of how many characters can we break in before Mike goddamn Hagar? Jesus.
I've seen Hagar
If I had
in
a
a fighting game. I honestly wouldn't want him in Street Fighter.
No, we've seen him in multiple. He was in Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Don't know if I count that as a fighting game.
Wrestling is loosely based on fighting. Plus, you could do.
I wouldn't call the WWE games fighting games.
Some people would. I'm not here to debate them. Anyway, Maki. In terms of her storyline in Street Fighter, she's trying to track down Guy and fight them to see who gets the Bushin style. So basically, she's not coming back because we have success, and the name is Kimberly. I mean, Maki, Sakura, and Kyle went to a festival, so like they'll appear in like background cameos, I guess. But I don't see Maki ever coming back into the franchise. You're like, yes, yeah, probably.
Like,
she's fun, but like she's inconsequential.
I don't see a better position.
And unfortunately, we might be putting this character low because again, inconsequential. Makoto.
Oh no, but mechanically.
Mechanically, yes, I agree. But like,
mechanically, she's getting a lot.
They're just a person.
Like, yeah,
yeah.
Which is why I'm putting her in this section. Like, she's in the she is here to do her fighting style, and that's about it. That is what the category is.
You know what? Can we at least put them below Gen? Because Gen at least brings stances to a game without stances and does it relatively well. Can we acknowledge that?
Doing this, then.
Oh, you motherfucker! Fine. You get to put my child below. It's fine. I'll take it.
It's like, Makoto is actually really interesting to play. She's hard to play, but she's fun to play.
Manon, currently the worst character in Street Fighter 6.
I still find that hard to believe. I'm like...
According to tiers, she
yeah,
is. But I don't necessarily agree with tier lists. This is just what Event Hubs is telling me.
Yeah, it's like competitive. Like, obviously I'm not playing at high levels, so I wouldn't know. But like, and Manon seems like a really fun grappler. Like, I played around with her a little bit. Like...
Yeah, to be fair, Lily is like literally right there next to us, so she's in company. Let's say.
Yeah, and like I've seen plenty of high. Like, to be fair, I've seen actually a good few Lily players be pretty high, ranked. So
here's the problem with Manon, right? She's judo and she's ballet. Inherently, that is very interesting. The problem is, that's the extent of her interest to me as a person.
She's also a fashion designer, so she's got like a lot of... Her whole thing is trying to be as aesthetic as possible whilst also throwing your ass, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's so many characters that are like the aesthetics, or we want to give off this high fashion motif.
And like, she has...
Maki, for instance.
Just some interesting like... mind game play and like movement mechanics that are like I do genuinely enjoy Manon quite a bit.
Yeah, I definitely think she's one of the lacking new characters. I think she can be interesting, but I can also see her in like a one game capacity and done.
I don't think so. Mostly just because I think her and Marisa are gonna have more of a rivalry, and also because personally I would put Marisa lower, but that's just because she's not my playstyle.
I could also see Marisa being a one game character like Abigail was, to be fair.
No, people really like Marisa.
People like her, yes, but you know, when has that ever stopped them?
People like Marisa. I only can think of one person that liked Abigail. Sorry, Kenny.
Okay, tell you what, Manon should probably go into D tier. I would say above Fong.
Oh, you're putting her that low?
I don't think she's that interesting.
I am not putting her that low.
Fine. How about above Ed?
I put her around where Ed is. Yeah.
There we go.
If not, like, if realistically, I probably put her above Lily, but
You could put her top of D. How about that? Top of D.
yeah, okay.
Because I can see her being a one and done. I don't know why. I just can.
No, I see a rivalry with her and Marisa. I almost could see like a will they won't they rivalry with Marisa as well, if I'm honest.
You and your Yuri. Speaking of Marisa,
having done Manon's like arcade run, there is a little bit of I can't tell if it's just they're European or not is the thing.
So I'm gonna go on the level here. I like Marisa's design, as dumb as that sounds.
I like her design. I like her personality. I just don't like her gameplay, and I know that's just because it's not mine type of thing.
I love her outfits. I honestly do see her as the next Zangief. I honestly think she could replace him very easily.
Yeah, I agree. That's
I
what I
wouldn't
mean.
bat an eye.
I think you take Zangief out, you put Manon and Marisa in, because then Manon takes the grappling slot from Zangief, and Marisa takes the like big body slot.
You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Because I'm now thinking about that as a possibility.
Yeah.
How about we put Manon above Lily?
Okay.
But below Luke, because I think Luke could theoretically be interesting. And Marisa goes above Manon on the grounds that I think Marisa's outfits are a bit better.
That's
and
fair.
I think her personality's a little more interesting.
That is fair. But yeah, I can generally see these two being a recurring rivalry, if I'm honest.
Honestly, the suit Marisa's kind of helping a lot here. I'm not even gonna lie.
All of her costumes have been great.
Like, honestly, it's sticking to the theme, right? It's I want to do a theme, and I'm going to do it, and I don't care if it looks weird, dumb, overblown, or ridiculous. We're doing it.
I think that's kind of the other problem with Manon, is her default costume is doing too much to try and tell you what her fighting style is. I much prefer her, like, the visual design of her other outfit. Like, her outfit 2 probably should be her default outfit, because or like something similar to that. Something to lean more into the she's a fashion designer, and less into the she's a judo practitioner. Shit. Like,
so what I hope they do, actually, if they're doing the rivalry, or they do like, they like each other secretly, Marisa does jewelry. So like there is a through line to do like a combined fashion brand, like a collab. And I think if you were to do that in universe, in a world tour, you release outfits that are a collaboration of Marisa and Manon.
I feel like that
might
like have been
combat aesthetically.
Yeah, I know that, like, because I like part of the like arcade ending is her going, well, let's do Pancrase, but properly. Like, let's do it under proper Pancration rules, as in let's fight naked. Like,
someone's probably animated that. Moving on. Moving on from that part. Menat.
Speaking of fan service characters.
Yeah, again, same issue I have with Laura, in that the internet has made me sick of seeing a character.
I feel like, I don't know why I feel like Menat. No, I do know why. It's the fucking Raps outfit.
Walk. It's the walk.
The walk doesn't help, but no, it is the mummy outfit where it is like it's not quite as bad as the Melina one, but it's the same problem as the Melina one.
So it's 3 outfits that cause this problem. It's the battle, which is the Raps. It's the Anakaris, which is the Egyptian bikini-esque shit. And it's the Felicia outfit, because it's Felicia.
Yeah, it's like...
You know what I mean?
She really feels like... I know Laura comes up in it, but like, Laura's Brazilian, that's just the culture. Menat really feels like it's just...
Yeah, Menat doesn't have an excuse. Also, exposed feet in the default. You know?
Yeah, that's... stirrups and all.
She's also a belly dancer in certain things. Like, it feels overblown to that dynamic, you know? It feels like it's catering more to that than her as a character. Because Menat, story-wise, is interesting.
Yes.
But it's undermined by this DOA, I'm a fighter bullshit.
And also, like, I feel like the second then they added Rose to the game, it also, because it's like, what is the point in, like, surely the whole point in adding the reapprentice is to have the new, like, to start establishing the new characters, and if you're adding the new old characters as well, like, feels counterinductive to the point.
Again, I like the idea of me not having an apprentice. I love the fact they are an Egyptian character, because we've never had an Egyptian character, for the most part, in most fighting games.
Yeah.
There's been exceptions, World Heroes had a pharaoh, but that's not the point. But, like, God, is her design undermining, like, any sort of interest I have in her.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's set play, but, like, I don't know much more about it past
Yeah,
that.
I didn't like playing her, which is the problem.
Like, I feel like she's trying to do the Bridget thing, but I don't think it quite works the same way.
So, like, it's weird, because she's got a lot of dancing shit, so she's also a little mind-gamey. But, basically, she gets, like, these orbs, right? She gets, like, 6 orbs, and they're all linked to her normals.
Right.
In her V-trigger, and then she's got, like, a projectile retraction thing, and then she's got the critical arts, and some place she does it. It's like, yeah, there, but there, done.
Like,
I would prefer to see her to come back to Menat, unless they make Menat less fan servicey and just more interesting.
yeah, it's like I can see arguments for both of them, but as they're both kind of one and dones and need a rework if they're gonna come back.
Yeah. And, like, to clarify, I know, like, Lucia is the fan service of the sexy police officer, but at least her fighting style and her story made her relatable in some capacity. So that's something. Charlie/Agent Nash.
Yes.
More interesting than Guile, so automatically above Guile, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like especially Street Fighter V, they are mechanically very interesting in that game, especially with their first V trigger was already interesting. The second one, like, completely changed how they worked, which was really interesting.
So the entire thing about Nash, right, is he's now part of the Illuminati because he's been dead.
Yeah,
he was revived by Colin, right?
The Secret Society does have a scientist. It's where Necro comes from. It where 11 and 12 come from as well. So it'll be him doing it, I'd imagine.
All right, no, okay. Her alias is Helen, and that's who he met. So theoretically, Colin is involved somehow.
Possibly.
Well, no, that's what it is.
Yeah, but like, what I mean is, like, it'll probably be the scientist that actually did the reviving part.
Yeah. I like the concept of the supernatural fighter in a regular fighter. The one where it's towing the line of what can work in reality.
Yes.
Zombies have always been possible, theoretically. There's been plenty of written documentation for that. Plenty of ideas on how an apocalypse would happen. But, like, having a zombie fighter that performs really interesting shit and just is cool, and you have to weigh up, like, Guile missing his best friend.
Yeah, and, like,
there's something to Nash.
And, like, I like the fact that they didn't go full amnesiac like he's able. They went with the fuzzy memory angle, which, like, yeah, half of his head is missing. That implies that half of his head is still fucking there. Like,
yeah, it also makes him a lot more, like, not gullible, but I think pliable, because theoretically, you can manipulate what memories are there.
Yeah.
It's more believable. I think Nash has a shot at coming back. I think, as much as people might not like the zombie design, I think it's neat. I don't think it's better than, like, the evil reuse.
I still think we need to get a proper game with the Secret Society as the boss, because, yeah, 3 Gil is the final boss, but, like, that's kind of all we get. They all came... Basically, all of them were DLC, except for, I guess, Nash was the only main game tie to him. For 5, I want a game that actually focuses more on them, if I'm honest.
I'd say let's put them above...
That was
oh, wow, you're not high? Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Like, I'm fine dropping them down, but that's where I was...
No, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm ball for that.
We're already struggling to fit everything on the screen. This is going to be really great for episode 2.
Oh, Necalli. I like playing you, but God, did they write you like dog water.
The king of wasted potential.
That's the problem. I want Necalli back. I do, because I think there's something you can do with him. But they won't commit.
It's a real interesting design that they, just don't do anything with.
It's yes, the V on his design, yeah, I get it, dumb as shit, and I will still say it's dumb. I get it. Let's put V's because it's the 5th game, ha ha ha. But God, the glowing mode with the hair is such a cool goddamn thing. Like, God, I love the design. Every bit of Nikali is such a cool concept. And then they wrote him as a jobber. It's gonna kill me. I think we need to put him in D, but God, I wish he wasn't.
Yeah, it's like he gets D, but
Can
that's
we at least put him above Kage? Can we at least put him at the very top? Because I feel his potential. I really do.
I agree there's potential, and I agree that
Oh, no, okay. You're putting it next to Fang for the same reason, I'm guessing, right? Like, there's potential, but it's no guarantee.
yeah, and like he's here because of his design. He's only in D because of his design. Everything else is kind of weighing him down a lot.
Yeah, to clarify, I also want to throw in his playstyle. Because his playstyle's good. Like, he's fun to play. He's not top tier, but he's enjoyable.
Personally, I couldn't get a handle of it, but I didn't look that deep into it.
Fair. I did, but as a casual, I kind of still want to learn Nikali. Just because I just like the concept of him.
Yeah.
Like, he is a vibe. He is cool. His costumes are cool. It's just, goddamn, please do something with this damn concept. Don't just leave the undead thing to kill. Please, I beg, Capcom.
Again, I could see them tying it back into the Secret Society, either because they get some way of controlling him, or because that's why he's here in the first place. Like,
Yeah,
There's-
like
there's-
make him a rival of Gil or something. Like, there's stuff you could do.
there's so much potential in the Secret Society that I feel like we're just leaving on the table because they refuse to do anything with him.
Necro.
I have got on record that I really like his design.
I'm going on record to say I don't like his design.
So he is he is one of the escaped experiments from the Secret Society.
Yeah, same as 12.
Yeah.
He's from the same thingy, because his stage
And-
was the scientist on the train.
Yeah, and so is
12 as well.
the,
he had same
and
stages.
the girl that he's with as well. Is also,
Effie.
yeah, Effie is also one of the experiments.
But, like, honestly, I think Effie's more interesting than Necro. And I don't know why I say that. I just think she is.
I like their dynamic. You definitely can't have one without the other, at least in terms of like around the fight, because I feel like a lot of it is Necro is protecting her. But
I feel like I would want Effie as the fighter and Necro to assist from the side. You know, like have him reach in to pull someone towards.
I don't see Effie as a fighter. That's the thing.
I mean, she's got the chainsaw in the Shadowloo CRI, so I could see her being like a nut job fighter.
I would like again. Necro maybe not the best fighting like mechanically, but I do like his design a lot. If I'm honest,
He's a weirdo. I like how they say he was once a normal Russian man, and I'm like, I don't somehow believe you.
yeah,
Somehow, I really don't believe you.
normal
not
in
the
the sense
best.
that he was probably a member of the circus. Like,
Normal in the fact that he was a human.
yeah,
Now he is Flubber. But, you know. Is he going to come back? Probably not. I mean, he was referenced in 5, but, like, that's it.
but
There's not a single
again,
reference of him in 6.
that's because we're still on the we refuse to acknowledge the Secret Society for some reason bit, right? Like,
Well, I mean, he isn't part of it either way.
no, but he was made by it, so all of his story is related
Tied
to
into that,
yeah.
yeah. So if you don't have it, you can't do it.
So if
I get that.
yeah, it's like it's the same issue. It's just different reflection on it. Like,
How about we put him next to Colin then on those grounds? Like they're both saddled with the same issue story wise.
yeah, we're at the point where
So detail, right? Basically, yeah, right.
yeah, like it's the
He
same
has
issue.
the same problem. Yeah, and honestly, his design is Marmite. You either love it or you hate it.
I am very much unlike Marmite, which I hate. I am very much a fan of Necro's design.
I don't hate it because I like the weirder one, but at the same time, I don't love it because it's not weird enough to me. I don't know. I'm weird. I want to be weirder.
I like Necro.
Oh.
He's in an interesting place design-wise.
Oni. So Oni has a problem. Inherently, he is a souped-up version of Akuma. Inherently also, he is weaker than Akuma in the competitive scene. Which begs the question, what is the optimal Akuma?
Is he he's kind of a different
Yeah, I know.
playstyle. I've
So-
seen Onis played in competitive.
I have seen both, but the general consensus is, unless you are really good at Oni, Akuma is just better in a competitive setting.
I suppose.
It's not to do with Oni's lacking, it's just to do with Akuma's really damn good in 4. I like Oni. I think Oni's cooler than Kage and Evil Ryu by a country mile, no debate.
Yeah,
But I also, at the same time, just go, it's an Oni. It's right on the money. It's
like
maybe above Lily. Me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think I'd like to see him return and them expand on what Oni is.
I think, well, you were saying you want to see more Akuma. The way you get Akuma, I think Oni is the way you get Akuma back into the story, really.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's one of those.
Akuma on his own kind of isn't. It doesn't have much of a story at this point.
So, we move on to Oro. Funnily enough, the fun fact is when you're picking pictures representing the most recent game, you're stuck with the fact that Oro now has 2 arms.
Yep.
He has only 1 in the current timeline.
Yeah.
Because again, 5 is a year before 3.
Mm-hmm.
Their solution was to add a turtle, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? I'm all for it.
It's ridiculous in a way that is on brand for Oro.
I mean, look at Oro and tell me it doesn't fit. Man just looks weird. Man is weird. He's a 140-year-old guy who lives in a cave with a turtle and a dog.
Like this is my minimum positioning, I think.
Yeah, I guess he's more interesting, and he has the rivalry with Akuma, because the argument is he is Akuma's rival. They have been pitted against each other before.
But like, so has Goken, so...
Yeah, I think Goken and Akuma is more so like a respect thing. I think both respect each other to some extent.
Well, like, I think canonically the reason Goken died is because of Akuma, so...
Yes. But I think there's still a respect in both. Like, if the spirit of Goken came back to say hi to Akuma, I think there would still be a respect for him trying to mellow out.
Yeah. Someone will have to correct me, but I believe Akuma was the student Goken had before Ryu and Ken.
I can check.
Like, there's something in my brain saying that. And yes, we are now at the point where the tail is just taking up the entire screen.
Akuma is Goken's younger brother.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, there you go. There's a family dynamic now. Oro doesn't really need a story. He's Oro.
Yeah, he's the weirdo monk, and I think that does a lot for him.
I believe we're on Poison.
Yes, I have to scroll down to check at this point.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can just scroll up when we need to.
Episode 2 is gonna be fun.
Poison. Insert final fight joke here. Insert is a guy here. Even though, honestly, I give them credit for having the balls to stick with that.
Yeah.
Because that was a coding glitch, and it's still fucking funny. I like Poison. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they are fun to play. Yes, I have the same issue with Laura and that. But honestly, I understand it for Poison. I get it.
Yeah, like Laura, it's the culture. Poison has just always been that way, and then we're not still weird. And
to be fair, Poison uses it to her advantage, so at least she owns it.
Like that, right? Yeah. That is like, if anything, hers is part of her fighting style.
Yeah, and again, she's always been fun. She's not been the most interesting story-wise. Don't get me wrong.
I will say her Persona, her Street Fighter V. We've been doing this too long.
The hair.
The hair loses a point.
The hair loses points, but at the same time, the fact that she's now a wrestling manager after Mad Gear and she's trying to get people in, and that's where Hugo fits in again. I like her. I'd like to see her come back.
Like I'm open to suggestions, but that's where I'm feeling.
No, that's fine. I agree with that.
Okay.
Q, Mr. Mystery.
Yeah, so I love Q, but
we both love Q. This would be a Blorpo.
Yeah.
I think we should restrict ourselves to one Blorpo shared, because otherwise we end up with a lot of Blorbos.
Again, comments, let us know. Should we have a Blorbo tier at all, and if so, what are the rules?
Q is fucking weird. And inherently, of course he's weird. He debuted in the background of Ken's stage in Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
At least, it feels like he did. That's a rumor. All I know is this. He's weird. He's very weird. He doesn't have a story. He doesn't need a story. He doesn't have a stage. He doesn't need a stage.
Like, there's sort of the implied story that he is rampaging. Like, there's often
I never got that vibe.
A lot of his fight intros with people have people like running scared away from him. Like, it's a lot of visual storytelling because we don't have a lot of direct storytelling about him. Is the problem?
So I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here and say if I saw a guy in a mask and a trench coat coming at me, I'd probably run as well.
Yeah, it's like
it might not necessarily be rampaging.
Like it's really hard to place him but also
Q is weird. Where the hell do you put Q? Like, honest to God, where do you put Q? All we know is, at the moment, they might still be getting investigated by Sea Viper. Maybe if Viper gets developed, we find more about Q. But we don't know.
Oh God. That is that is where I've settled mentally.
That feels a bit low.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I would also like this feels too high.
Yeah, no. I think lower C. Definitely lower C. Like, I tell you what, below Dulcim, maybe. Because a lot of it is the visual, and if you're not paying attention to it, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas Dulcim has a story that you can read, that you can understand, you can follow. You know?
Yeah.
But I do like the idea that Q is basically solving unsolved murders just randomly, and he's masked. I'd also love it if he was a different member of the roster, like maybe he's able. Because technically 4 is before 3, so it could happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Rainbow Mika, talking about characters who get a lot of art. I get it in this case. It makes sense, again, because, again, wrestling.
Yeah, this is what wrestling is like.
Yeah, if anyone's seen a Liv Morgan outfit or Rhea Ripley in the last, year or two?
As long as the match hasn't happened in Saudi Arabia.
I was gonna ignore the blood money, but regardless of that, as far as a wrestling gimmick goes, it's a good execution.
Yeah, I like the tag team mechanics as a V trigger. That's kind of clever.
I think the caveat is they represent what they do fine, but the story isn't exactly interesting. I think they joined that tier.
So what you're telling me.
Yeah, I think maybe above Honda, because honestly, the tag team finish and
that's fair.
the kit is at least interesting. Also, it makes me want to see the tag team partner in the games.
Yeah.
I want to see what they do on their own. I'm intrigued.
So I still can't put him all the way up there, but
Can we at least put him above Ken?
oh yeah, I was like
No. He is by far one of the best characters introduced in Fight, and I will not debate that. Rashid is fun.
We said it once in this video already, but like, yeah, Rashid maybe he should be the main character actually.
Either that or he's the Ken, because he has a Goku. He does.
I'll be honest.
Yes, Azam.
I would rather have Rashid and Jamie than Luke and Rashid.
I would rather anyone but Luke. Oz 2026.
Like,
look, Rashid is not here because he's a story. Rashid is here because he's a goddamn fun-loving man who does spinny wind sand shit, and he's from the Middle East. That's all you need to know. That's the deal. That's Rashid. He does it well, and honestly, he's the most fun character, and you can tell everyone's having fun.
Yeah. And he's actually doing, he also went up in the tiers recently, so he's actually competitively viable, and not an off-pick competitively viable.
Also, Rashido. People say he looks like Mansoor. I'm like, no, Mansoor just looks like Rashid. That's just how that is. Remy. I know you like Remy.
I like Remy's visuals, and I believe he does play better than Guile. Like, he's Guile, but he plays better than Guile. So,
yes, but
my immediate thing would be to put him above Guile. However,
he's in the wrong game.
He's in the wrong game.
He's really in the wrong game.
Like, that sort of gameplay works normally because of how the mechanics work. The second you add parry, and a very easy to do parry.
Also, I hate his story. He hates fighters and fighting. So what does he do? He fights.
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
Yeah, it's a bit dumb. If I'm honest, like there's ways of doing it. Dhalsim could do it because the teachings of Hindu.
Like with Dhalsim,
he just doesn't like fighting since his father abandoned it.
Dhalsim doesn't like fighting but Dhalsim is willing to fight for
his beliefs,
or for a lot of the time Dhalsim is fighting to help the people of where he lives. Like that's normally his story.
Yeah, that's, to be fair, that's very emblematic of India, is it not? Because wasn't Gandhi kind of like that? Like he was pacifistic, but he denied authority.
Like it's very fitting for that sort of monk character.
Yeah. Either that, or in Civ 5 when his AI gets down to 100.
Negative.
But it loops back around to the top.
Yeah. To me, it goes into negative numbers, and that basically.
Also, shout out to the picture of everyone in a swimsuit, and Remy is the butler in a red speedo, serving drinks to Chun-Li, Elena, Cammy, Kimberly, Manon, and woman. I don't know who the other one is. It's just woman. It's a black-haired woman with glasses, and it doesn't look like Jury. And I don't know who is Street Fighter 6. It's black long hair. It looks like a woman. So, woman.
Okay.
Just tell you what. I will send you the image right now, and you want to try and tell me who it is.
Okay, let's have a look.
Go on, tell me who it is.
Uh,
The one at the front.
yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Who? Who the fuck is that?
Looks familiar.
Until we know who it is, it's woman. Because I generally don't know who it is. Because the others are obvious. And even our boy Dudley's there. But who's she? She's not Marissa.
No.
It's not Colin. It's not Viper. Because Viper is like more of a Cyprian skin tone. Where she's more tan.
I wouldn't
I don't
imagine
know.
they'd randomly not make her a redhead just for this. The annoying part is she definitely looks familiar. If I remember, I'll include it, and if not, too bad. But I might also try and reverse search to try and find it, because I'm curious now. But
We need to find out. We need to find out who this woman is. The goal. Hidden Street Fighter character, woman. Moving on, Rolento, I believe. Maybe, possibly.
I think so.
Hard to see. Scroll down. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
we didn't see Remy.
we didn't-
Right. Sorry, we got distracted. Remy, bottom of C. Done.
Okay.
Bottom of C. Done. Not as interesting as Evil Ryu gets parried by him. Cool. Rolento F. Sugar. I can never pronounce his name. Again, it's a final fight joke here. He owns his own military nation.
Yep.
And frankly, his playstyle is one of the most fun that they have ever designed in the history of Street Fighter. Oh my god, I love Rolento.
Like, I'm feeling B tier somewhere, I just don't know whereabouts.
Above Gil. Gil's more annoying. Above Gil. Come on. Above Gil.
I just put him in B tier, we need to work out where.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely think above Gil. That's exactly what I think he goes. Because Elena's more fun.
Really?
Elena's more I prefer playing Elena. Not
Okay.
biased. Plus, I think Rolento just kind of coasts on his story. His team up with Ibuki in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, though.
Yes.
That was my... That was great.
I
That
love
was
that
incredible.
team.
Yeah, I play both of those, so that is my team. So, you know...
That team is what made me play them both.
Yeah, that is a stupid team. Also, him barking orders at Ibuki and Ibuki going, just shut up.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason Rolento got added to Street Fighter 4. That's why.
Yep.
Rose.
Lisa.
This is also not that woman from the picture. Because I don't believe she's ever not had purple hair.
Yeah.
Or like at least a darker shade of purple. She's, I believe, the first Italian in the roster.
I mean, again, yeah, she is based off Lisa.
Yeah, she's a fortune teller who senses Doomsday and goes after Bison because Bison is Doomsday. Honestly, I like Rose. Again, I like the idea when the supernatural's included in what's meant to be the real world, right? But to some extent, she seems incredibly forced as a fighter.
So a lot of her mechanics are based on the fact that she's based on Lisa.
Yeah.
Like, that is why she has all the attacks with the scarf.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't think, like, they've done anything to change her up. Like, she's kind of still stuck being Lisa. Which, nothing wrong with that if that's the intent, but, like, maybe a little bit of variety wouldn't kill you. Now, she was fun in 4. I didn't play them in 5. Were they fun in 5? Who knows?
Yeah, no idea.
I don't know. She also suffered Minot's issue because in the storyline she was painted in a bathtub and everything. So, you know,
They're gonna
wasn't
do
a
that sort of thing with
universal one.
everyone. Is the thing.
Definitely not everybody they didn't with Ibuki. I would have killed. I would have rioted in the streets. Also, negative point for the fucking the stripy shirt masked outfit that looks so dumb.
I believe that's also a Lisa reference.
Yeah, it looks dumb. They refer to it as the nostalgia costume. I'd like to ask what was nostalgic, because Rose has never changed.
Again, Lisa. Rose's entire existence is a reference.
She should be... I tell you what, put her one above Minot. Because the problem is Minot is underused now because we brought back Rose.
Yeah.
We're stuck with it. And I don't think they're ever going to progress Minot at all. And speaking of characters that won't progress, Rufus. So, who are the audience is going to kill us if we don't put him in F?
I mean, I don't think he's F.
I don't think he's F either, but that's just a general question to the wind. You know what I mean?
Actually, no. No, he's better
No,
than
above
Abigail.
Abigail.
Yeah.
Above Abigail.
He's better than
No,
Abigail.
No. Yeah, controversial statement, but Abigail is really not interesting to us. And like, honestly, I don't even like Rufus, but at least he plays. You know?
Yeah, like,
He plays.
his mechanics need tweaking, but, like, mechanically, he's actually kind of fun. The character and the design of the character and all of that is fucking awful.
Oh, agreed. And
Like-
then we're on the protagonist, Ryu. Ryu was boring.
I
but
would
that's
argue he
because he's
still
the
is.
archetype. I'd say they've at least made the story slightly more interesting.
Yes, it's
You
an
know,
improvement.
they're progressing it. They're progressing it, and that is a progress. You know, I feel like he's just. I think calling it boring is like yes, but as we discussed with every Street Fighter 1 character, they all fill in archetypes from martial arts movies. They're all boring by that metric. You know, because you got to base everything on something to get to something. But like. The fact that he's now no longer dealing with the Setsui no Hado, the fact that he's confident in himself, his Street Fighter 6 design in general, which frankly just looks good.
Is it the nurse from Rival School? Sorry, I'm still been distracted by this the whole time.
Oh, you're still distracted with the woman!
Yes, I've been distracted by this. My best guess so
No,
far is it's the
not.
nurse from Rival Schools because it's the same jewelry. Like, she's got the
Hang on.
same, like, blue teardrop jewelry. I'm still going.
referring to Kyoko Minazuki, and I think it is Kyoto. Why was it Kyoto?
Like, why is it the nurse from Rival Schools?
I mean, she looks good, but at the same time, why?
Like, that makes so little sense with the other characters.
Manon is serving the nurse.
Right, now that can stop distracting me.
Okay, right, Ryu. I think he's become more interesting in time, I think to his benefit.
But, like, not
I
by
think his story-
much.
No, but his story's at least relatable, right? Like, again,
Like-
he's the progenitor of the archetypes. We can't give him shit for that. He at least is kind of, you know, fun to play in a Shoto way. Yeah.
That's as
he's
generous
fine.
as I'm willing to be.
I will accept the generosity. I will accept it 100%. You don't like Sagat, I know this, but hear me out.
I don't hate Sagat, but
You don't enjoy his playstyle. You don't enjoy the fact he has changed.
Sagat is my. Why did you make him DLC twice? At this point,
Yeah,
just
no,
don't
agreed.
include him.
Agreed. I absolutely agree. He
Because-
should be DLC twice.
In both cases, he added nothing. He's just boring. His story's ended. He doesn't need to be here. You're adding him for the sake of adding him.
But if we ignored that, as we've done every time, right? Because we ignored it the twice I've mentioned it. I've not knocked points off of them. I will not knock off Sagat.
Okay.
Story, his growth from being a villain to understanding himself and trying to do better is honestly, for the time period, really goddamn interesting.
And it also ended 2 fucking games ago. And that's
Yeah,
being
yeah, no,
generous.
Yes, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. But, like, at least as a villain, it makes sense why, you know, he is the way he is.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like Sagat's playstyle. I just find him boring.
That's fair. I'm giving credit to him for at least, you know, having an arc.
Which, like, to be
Yeah, a lot of
honest,
evidence.
just because of what we've just done, he should be going there. Because that's
Yeah,
actually
okay.
better than Ryu. But I wouldn't have put
Yes.
Ryu that high if it was just me doing it, so...
Yeah, no, again, they are saved by their stories, either in the current games or in the previous ones.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't have put either of them that high, but I
I
understand
also
why
do-
they're there.
I do like his Street Fighter 6 design, honestly. I actually do really like that one.
For the same
It's a
reason I
really-
don't like the M. Bison one. I don't like the random fucking shawls that these people are getting.
I like, I don't mind the shawl.
Random
for-
bits of
yeah.
top.
I don't mind it in Bison's case, honestly, because like he's always had the tiger thing and it's a tiger style, so I get it. It. At least there's a link to it. It's not just a random cloak I found on the floor or I beat up a guy. You know,
Yeah.
it's something. Sakura Kusagano.
Like, her story
Oh,
let's say her story lets her down.
Her story lets her down. Her being stuck with Blanca lets her down.
But her
She's
mechanics makes her way more interesting than either of the last 2 people we ranked, and I would feel weird ranking her lower after that.
But like the Blanca thing really weighs it down.
Does it though?
Yeah,
Does it weigh it? I,
honestly, it's one of the worst stories in the game right now.
But, like, in the same vein, I would still much rather play Sakura than Sagat
Yeah, no.
or Ryu.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Any day. I would rather have her in the game than either of them.
Yeah, again, agreed. Absolutely agree with you. I just want to make it clear that I think the Blanca thing drains the life out of everything else.
Yes, but that's why
I believe they should be right about
that is why they're this
Tell you
low, right? Like,
Tell you what, you can move them above Bison. How about that?
yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking for.
But I will say, if they continue with that storyline, and they continue to make Sakura's story tie with Blanca, where it really shouldn't be, I'm willing to drop it down a little lower.
I would. I will say I will rather put that into Blanca because I think Blanca is the problem.
Yeah, okay, fair. I think maybe what I mean, literally one spot. I don't mean a level. I mean literally just a little bit. As a, you have been warned. Please don't ruin Sakura. Speaking of characters that were ruined, Sean Matsuda.
I wish I could put Sean higher.
I also wish I could put Sean higher because Sean is interesting. The problem is, A, I would rather Laura in the game, and B, Third Strike.
Which is like the first. He was really good in the first one, then got progressively worse in each iteration.
Yes, and now I would rather see Laura because she takes a style that's something I don't usually play and makes me kind of interested in playing.
I would like to see a rivalry between Sakura and Sean because they're both the sort of off Shotos like learnt from Ken and Ryu. Like, I know Sakura's not quite as directly from Ryu, but she's definitely
Honestly, I could see it being Jamie goes with Rashid, and then it's Sean and Luke, because Boba kind of takes on the Shoto a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it's a flawless one. Don't get me wrong, and I would prefer it be Sakura Sean, but I'm thinking what Capcom would do here.
Yeah, maybe.
Capcom are weird. I really want to see Sean return. I think a lot of people want Sean to return.
Yes, we're in the age now where he can, surely.
I think we have to drop it to C though, because again, he keeps getting progressively worse, and by the time he comes back, he'll be the worst character, right? It kills us. It kills us, man.
I don't know. Any arguments with positioning?
No,
okay.
Not a single one. Seth. Yes, that's Street Fighter 4 Seth. You'd be amazed how hard it is to find one for Street Fighter 5.
I mean,
I like Seth.
It's the copy mechanic done correctly.
Seth is such a weird character and story.
Yes.
Turning them into a woman was a choice.
It's optimal, clearly.
Yes, it also means you could give them a swimsuit, I guess. I don't know how many people wanted that.
I do just love the idea that it's like, no, it's like, this is a robot body, so it doesn't have any of the drawbacks of being a woman. Like, we don't have to worry about periods and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just, this form is optimal without the downside.
This is optimal. I have boobs.
Yeah, boobs are optimal. How are boobs optimal? Don't question it.
I think the one thing that bothers me, honest to God, and it's a minor nitpick, they changed the eye color for some goddamn reason. Just keep that shit the same, okay? It's the same character. And I actually did like the blue irises on the black, main body of the eye. I thought that was a really striking look, rather than the yellow on white.
I guess the argument is it's because it is a completely different body.
Yeah, but then if you keep the eyes the same, it's it's the same person, just carried over into a new body.
So I would say maybe
it is, right?
Like, the problem is you'll run out of them eventually, but the idea is every body has a different eye color.
I guess, yeah. Seth is saved by Street Fighter 5 because Street Fighter 4, the story wasn't too good for him.
The story wasn't great, but I do like the design. I like how he plays him for.
Yeah.
5 adds a lot, and I think again, feel free to give comment, but I'm actually putting him quite high.
I'm gonna say put Aki above.
Okay.
Because I think I would see Aki in the next game. I don't know if I want Seth necessarily.
Fair enough.
I want Seth to come back. I just want it to be maybe as a surprise.
Yeah.
And he's the surprise of the plot.
My thing is, I kind of feel like with how they've established Seth's abilities from 5, Seth is just always going to be one of the last characters added now.
That's fair. Shin Akuma, fun fact, is playable in some versions of Street Fighter 2. Very later releases, but still playable. So, yeah.
Can we put him low for just him being a nothing burger? He's just...
Put him next to Evil Ryu. How about that?
Honestly, that feels high.
No, you know what? Put him next to Kage. No, put him slightly above Kage, because Kage's a jobber. Come on. Kage's a jobber. At least Shinakuma could kick your ass. I don't even think Kage could.
Well, that's my thing, is like, I feel like it's just you playing a boss character, and playing a boss character either nerfs the boss character or is an immediate top tier, like...
I mean, I'd like to highlight that we put Gil, Seth, and JP way above them, so I don't think that's a problem here.
Yeah, but that, like, Shinakuma is supposed to be a hyped up version, is the thing. They're all, like, maybe Gil is the exception to that logic, but, like...
Okay, time for the controversial pick. I think Sodom's a good character. I'm willing to say it. I'm willing to say I want Sodom in Street Fighter 7. I genuinely am on this train here.
Okay.
He is a dumb concept, okay? He's a Japanophile. And I don't like Japanophiles, okay? I'm making that clear. But God, do I, for some reason, resonate with this in Jite wielding, overly edgy, giant, Japan-loving samurai dipshit and his playstyle so goddamn much. I don't know. I think he could have a glow up. I don't think he should be high tier. No, at least put him in D. Bottom of T. Very bottom of D. Like, I could actually see him being interesting. I can't see Maki being interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, again, Sodom is more fun than Maki anyway, so, yeah. T-Hawk.
T-Hawk.
You know how I said that Guile is the white bread of Street Fighter? Thunderhawk is the white bread of Native American representation.
Yep.
And I don't think that's controversial. Like, what have they done with him since, let's see, Street Fighter 2? Like, the only thing I remember story-wise, right? He's married to Julie and they have a kid called Lily. Can you think of anything else? Did I miss anything? No? Go. Like, he's just here for representation. Like, come on. Do something.
He's there on the list just because mechanics.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
Man, if he wasn't more interesting there, he'd be in the E tier. Because again, you do nothing with him. And if you're doing the representation, do it right. My Weirdo, 12. I love 12. I really do.
12 actually is a passing grade. He's low tier as shit, and the best thing you can do is copying your opponent. But he's at least fun.
No. He's the lowest tier, okay?
I did say
he's
that.
He's the lowest. No, you said low tier. No. He's the lowest. He's on his own tier.
Yeah.
12 is his own tier. The tier is 12. He's just such a cool thing. I don't know. I just think he's neat.
I hope we get a 13 that somehow actually takes all of these ideas and works well.
I, honest to God, I feel like 12 is a cool character concept, and I love the idea. I just think he needs better hit data, better attacks, better animations.
Yeah. If 11's the version before, and 12 is like, give us a 13, you know?
But I do love 12. 12's not here because he's bad. 12, we love 12. 12's great.
Yeah.
Right? Urien, immediately better than Gil. I have literally no argument against my own theory.
I mean, yeah, I was like, definitely higher than Gil. The question is how high, because like...
I mean, Urien is...
I have arguments.
I don't disagree. I just want to hear your argument. I want to hear your argument.
Aegis Reflector has done a lot for the fighting games as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And also his combos with them in 5. I was also thinking that too.
Like, multiple games now have their own version of Aegis Reflector. Like,
you know what? I'm going to go this far. This sounds controversial, but I'm going with it. Urien walked so JP could run.
I can see it.
Because it's a projectile, they can use the combo.
Yeah, I see it.
Like, you know, Urien has done a lot more for the fighting game in a wider spectrum.
Got a lot of really interesting mechanics. And
also, he had a Wesker costume. And you know me and Wesker, folks. You know me and Wesker.
I mean, even without, like, alternate costumes, man just looks cool. Man wore basically nothing and went, yeah, I look like a fucking badass, what of it? Like...
Yeah, I think what benefits him is they got him away from being, like, in the same sort of fucking underwear as Gil. Because for Gil it worked, for Urien it slightly worked.
It does work for, like, it does work for Urien, but yeah, I think he does look better in the suits and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
the suit, the glasses, the scarf, the swagger. Urien can kick your ass, and he knows he can kick your
It's
ass.
potentially a late adjustment for this, but I kind of want to do this.
Ooh. Yeah, go on.
Like,
Why not? Why not?
I'm not to diminish Chun-Li, other than it's just I have more problems with Chun-Li than I have anyone else on that list.
Yeah, Chun-Li is here because of what she represents. Like, she represents literally every female fighter to ever exist. And that's not ironic, that is just what she is. She is the blueprint of that. Urien's the blueprint of an entire mechanic.
I don't think we're getting an S tier, because I only of who we've got left, there's only one person I could maybe see an argument for, and I would not
we
want
can
to put
always
them
move
there.
someone. We can always move someone up to S tier, because I think there is an S tier in the roster. I just think we didn't think about it.
I don't see Rashid being perfect. I don't
No, I
perfect. I
don't
don't see
think
Ken
Rashid
being
is.
like.
No, but like, I don't think you need perfect characters.
Jury didn't have a good. Jury had a game that wasn't great. Like,
So hear me out with Vega, right?
okay,
I want to give Vega a high grade.
I
I
mean,
think Vega is a really cool character. I think his moveset is very unique in the franchise. The fact you could disarm him and his claw prior to Samsho making that a mechanic. The fact he has a unique thing with his stage, where if anyone else is fighting on it, the cage doesn't drop. I think Vega, also presentation-wise, is one of the coolest. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I was probably already gonna argue that of the Shadowloo 3, I think he's the best designed. He has some of the most interesting mechanics. Like, all three of them are charge characters, for better or for worse, but like...
Yeah, for worse in Vega's case, but I cannot deny his presentation. I want Vega to come back, man. I do.
the thing is, I don't know what he does, right? Like, cause his story very much kind of ended in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, but you know, Sagat's ended in Street Fighter 4. We still get him twice in a row, so.
Yeah, but he like we know what he's doing. He's protecting his village. Vegas.
I know what you do for the story. This is what you do for the story. Take it from Street Fighter 6, baby.
That's so dumb.
Because that is a bond with DJ number 3.
God.
They are playing in a metal band called Shadowloo, and I'm gonna be honest, that is so dumb. That is ridiculous. But I want there to be a comedy, like a band called Shadowloo, not of the Shadowloo members. It's all just performers dressed as them. That would be hilarious. I'm calling it. That'd be great. Violet Ken suffers from the same problems as Evil Ryu. They are a nothing burger.
They're a nothing burger that broke the game.
Oh wow! I thought you would have put him above Evil Ryu.
Conceptually, Violent Ken is more interesting.
Executionally,
He broke the game.
multiple times.
So...
Multiple times. How many times? I think every single time.
Yeah, so... I will do my best to try and keep him at the top of... You failed. But he failed, because he always breaks the game.
Yes, and people are going to say, but guys, he wasn't playable Street Fighter 2. Yes, he was. He was added to Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenges, which means he's playable in his franchise.
Yep, he's playable, and he broke the game to multiple levels.
And then someone's going to go, but you didn't include the guy for the advertisement. I'm like, yes, I have PTSD of the advertiser guy. We played him once in Mugen. I don't recommend it. He was a bit fucking broken. He'd be F tier. Anyway, so who cares? Wang! Do we want to grade Wang and Yun together? Or do we want to do them separately one at a time?
I mean, first, hi, Johnny Young Bosch.
Who's that?
It's the voice actor.
Oh, okay. I legitimately did.
It's also the voice actor for Ichigo in Bleach. He's the type of voice actor that doesn't really do a voice, it's just him.
Oh, he was Nero. Yeah,
yes,
okay,
he's also Nero.
I can hear it now.
Yep.
I can hear that. I don't like I can hear that.
that's the problem. Like, I love Johnny Young Bosch, but yeah, you can hear him because he always sounds the same.
So, to me, they are one and the same, right?
Far from it.
They are different styles.
Yeah.
But I can't see the two being separate.
So
as much as they were at one point.
Yeah, I like both of them, but they are both very different playstyles. Like, I know they do not look like it. They do not look like it. They do share a lot of moves, but when you start actually playing it, Yang is a combo-heavy Rekka character. Yun is footsies until you get super, and then you go ham.
Yeah, which is more so my sort of style.
Like,
Yond is more so my bag of bolts.
and genuinely, I would put them both very high tier, personally, because I love their playstyle. I love their design. I want to see them in a modern game, because I want to see what other outfits they gave them. Because, like, the only one we've really got is Street Fighter 4 for it, and I don't know what they gave them.
What about... Let's look at the B tier then. Let's start there. Is there anyone in the B tier you can see them being not as good as?
I mean, if we're going by that logic, I'm putting them below Dudley, because it's Dudley. If we're putting them together, because
it's tough. I mean, they can be in the same tier, to clarify. I don't mean... I mean, they're not entirely different tiers. Like, obviously, we have a preference.
Like, Yun's technically been in has been in more games because they keep
I would put Yun higher than Yang, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, just because he's been around more. Like I said, I like them both mechanically.
I also just think his super is more interesting for the game he's in. To clarify,
Ganasian's just so good.
I mean, I think Yun is better than Vega.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I start there.
Like, genuinely, I would that, and I'm not I'm not mad at that positioning.
Yeah, I think someone could make an argument that Vega should be between. I don't think I'm gonna make that argument.
Yeah, it's like
I definitely see it being an argument.
You don't. It's just you don't see Yang as much, but like when you do, he's just as good, and like the main reason why Yun is higher is just because he's been in more games, I think.
Right. It's time to be controversial. You ready?
Yeah.
I think Zangief, honestly, is fucking F tier. I do. Like, look, what is there with Zangief anymore? Okay? Like be real.
So,
let's
I wasn't thinking that bad.
Like, no, my issue is he is utterly just included because he's in Street Fighter 2. That, I don't think that's a debate, right? That is why he's included.
I'm sorry, if we're putting that logic, I'm putting him here. Because at least Zangief is doing more than Dhalsim. Like,
yeah, but Dhalsim's interesting. Dhalsim can't be replaced. You could replace Zangief with Marissa. So I think Dhalsim still goes above.
The thing is, you can replace Dhalsim. Do you know who you replace Dhalsim with? Fucking Necro! I would much rather have Necro than Dhalsim.
And I would much rather have Marissa than Zangief, if I'm honest.
Give me the game which has Marisa, Manon, and Necro instead of Zangief and Dhalsim.
Like, I get it.
I know I'm asking for an extra character there, but Marissa, she has a grapple, but she's not a grappler.
Like, I get it, okay? I understand people love to play Zangief. I get it. He is perpetually mid in every incarnation. And
I have explained this before. Zangief cannot be good.
Which is inherently a problem.
Because, like, that type of grappler can never be top tier, because if he's top tier, it makes the game insufferable to play. Which I appreciate fighting games understand, because, again, Black Panther.
So what you're saying is, if we cut him, we get rid of the chance that he breaks the game.
Yes, but we're not. This is not the point of this tier list. There is a reason. Like, I will fully admit, there's a reason why I don't suggest Zangief for the drafter rosters. It's because of this.
Like, I do not like Zangief. I will be real.
But like, I can't deny he's a very good character personality-wise. If we are making that comparison, then he has to be above Dhalsim, because to me, there is more reason to have Zangief in the game than Dhalsim. And there has been for a long time, because Dhalsim's never really had a point. He's just been there to be there.
I feel like perhaps he has more of a point to be there. I feel like it's not much more of a point.
Right? I'm happy to put Zangief lower, but if I'm putting Zangief lower, I have to pull Dhalsim down with him.
You can pull Dhalsim down with.
Okay.
You can pull both of them down. You pull both down.
In that case, we're then getting to, like, here is my next thought. Maybe below DJ, actually. And Ed.
Or the Capri.
I mean, I'm happy to put DiCaprio up, but that's just me.
Or, tell you what, put El Fuerte above them as well.
Oh.
Come on. Would you rather have a more interesting character in the fucking wrestling style?
I'm gonna put El Fuerte there on the caveat that I can assume they make him less annoying.
Yeah, that's entirely my pitch. You could theoretically do that.
While we are here.
We're putting the rougher wrestlers above because we'd rather them. Take the hint. He is the worst version of the wrestling archetype. He just is. I'm sorry.
He
He
has-
was good back
yeah.
then, but back then is different. We're now, guys. He can retire.
Like-
Honda could retire. Gaio could retire. I wouldn't bat an eye.
I at this point, like, as much as we are planning a CVS2, and I think we're too deep into planning it to change, I do think we need to do just what would we do for a new Street Fighter.
Okay.
Like, that might have to go on the list because, yeah, there's our rosters would be very interesting just on the grounds of like who we would want to bring back. The hard part for that is there's always new characters. We'd have to describe what our new characters will like.
Yeah.
We want
would.
from them, but
Speaking of new characters, Strider. Sorry, ZQ. Sorry, Strider. Sorry, ZQ.
yeah, the implication
Strider's
is he is a Strider.
Well, no, the honest to God reality is that he is a Strider.
Is it
He
canon?
is dressed like he is dressed literally identical to Strider.
Yes.
The man is a Strider. I refuse to acknowledge any canon that says he is not.
Where do I? Well, like I'm trying to think where I put him because Ziku's really
He
hard to play.
plays weird.
Yeah.
He doesn't play.
He's weird, but he's weird, but he's interesting, but also like
I mean, you talked about stance changes.
yeah,
He is kind of a
He-
stance change.
he's the other one that's close.
Does he do it better than Gen?
Well, so the problem is Ziku's not full stance change.
That's true.
It's temporary.
Well, then-
You can't hold in the younger form. Where Gen is a full stance change
Yeah,
character.
true, but is the ability to swap into younger Ziku more interesting? That's where my brain is going.
I think like
And I'm
visually,
kinda.
I'd say the whole visually, the whole character's like a here, right? Like
But playstyle, he's not, right?
yeah, but like playstyle, I don't know where to put him. Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe here.
He's definitely above.
But then like
Where did we
you've got
put
like
that? Where did-
Manon Marisa that down here, which I feel like and like in Jamie.
I feel
which
like
is,
he's definitely. I feel like he's worse than Jamie for sure. I would. You know what? I would put them above Sean, but below Manon. I think that's what.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think split the difference because I think his story helps him a lot, but I also think that at times he is a bit unusual, and I don't think we'll see him again anyway. So
Like
I feel
he's a very interesting style. Like
yeah, I don't remember him being popular. He might have been. I just don't remember.
I've seen plenty of gameplay of him, but that's because Max went, "Oh, it's Strider," and played him. So you know.
Yeah, that Maximilian is biased because Maximilian is Maximilian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He saw something vaguely Strider related and dived.
Well, yeah, because it's Strider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, it's Strider here. You. I'm like, yeah, it's Strider.
I don't see any micro adjustments we need to make it currently. Obviously, there'll be a time for addendums and adjustments as well and stuff, but
I think that works as a good measuring stick because ultimately every single franchise is being added onto this, right?
yes, it's gonna be real fun
So-
to keep it on screen when we get deeper
so it's
into
gonna
it.
so it's gonna be is X more interesting in their world than X in this one?
Yeah.
And I think that these characters set a good example. The only one that's in flux is Ingrid.
Yes.
So tell you what,
'Cause
how about we do this? We put Ingrid in unrankable.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because we don't know. We don't know how Six gonna handle her, and she's such a weird character with such a breadth of knowledge. We need to see what direction they're going down.
We will come back to her when we have more solid gameplay of how she works.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think the other ones are unrankable. I think they could go in F as well, if I'm honest.
I mean, it's up to you.
Because we have... tell you what. Put the other three below Sawada. No. 11's last. 11 is fucking last. No. I refuse to give 11 credit. He is my least favorite character in this franchise.
Okay.
He is useless. If you got rid of him tomorrow, no one would give a shit. And I'd die on that hill. Yeah, I think... Because then it's all... The Street Fighter movie characters suck, but at least two of them are on the select screen.
Right.
These three, goddamn eight. Yeah, I think for the first part of this tier list,
Yeah.
whilst it's manageable,
Yeah.
I think that is correct. I think that's the way I would go.
Definitely think I'm gonna have to think of. And honestly, it might be easier for me to fit because I can just have the scroll section of it on. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with it for editing this. I'll
Yeah.
probably have something in the background, like probably the same loop video that I have for the draft rosters.
Yeah, and there's definitely gonna be a lot of characters because I've got a lot of them. There's a lot of big fighting game franchises to rank.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Guilty Gear, we've got the whole SNK universe, Tekken, Sam Show, Soul Calibur,
So,
Blaze Blue,
as,
and the Night. There's a lot of
as
options.
y'all watch this, as you sat through, well, it's almost 4 hours of recording, so it'll be like at least 3.5 hours of video. I assume that you've watched this far, you're probably interested in fighting games, so let us know what you would like to see us do next. Like, we might as well ask you because we've got a lot of options.
And to be fair, I think this is the longest roster.
Depends how we break
fair,
up SNK.
Well, I think the best way to do that is you do anyone who's KOF debuting in KOF.
Right.
And then for the other two major ones, like Art of Fighting and Fatal Fury, that's its own one. Then Sam's Show is its own one.
Right.
Because they've had multiple installments.
Yes. Assuming you like fighting games, we do, I've mentioned it a couple times, we do draft rosters for fighting games. We've done a few of those, and there is a lot of them that we have written down for ideas. But we will also take more ideas because it's just very fun to do. So we suggest you check
We
those
love
out.
ideas.
Ideas are fun.
Ideas are our thing.
If you like the idea of us making each other suffer by making them guess things that they don't know anything about, that is the show that has gotten us gotten us a number of subscribers over the past year. So if that sounds interesting to you, go check that out as well. That is also available on this channel. If you like wrestling, you can go even further back. We did wrestling show for a bit, and yeah, we take suggestions for all those things. We take suggestions in general.
Like, we are open to everything.
Yeah, basically the idea is if you've enjoyed any of this, likelihood is you'll enjoy the rest of the stuff we do because it covers a lot of the same stuff, and it is mostly just the two of us talking and doing silly shit like this. So please check it out. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more. Like I said, as we mentioned, this is meant to be a series, so there will be more of it in theory.
Yeah, and if there's any particular games you want us to rank before others, please let us know. Let us see what the preferences are for fighting games.
We do have a plan. Like we're in the sort of 800s at the moment. We do have a plan for 1,000 subscribers for getting viewer submitted suggestions for the draft roster style videos. So getting you to suggest the one-on-ones for us to debate. Yeah, that's most of my regular outro stuff. I don't know if you have anything else to talk about.
I do not. I just appreciate everyone for watching. If you've watched this long,
yeah,
I appreciate it. Thumbs up.
It has been a year, and hopefully many
nearly a year.
Well, yeah, it's not quite a year by the time I record it. By the time this goes out, I don't know, because I don't know how long this is going to take me to edit. And I've still got another video to edit before it, so...
Nearly a year. Man, does time fly.
We'll see you in whatever's next. Thank you all, as always. We'll be around, hopefully, in theory.
Fingers crossed.
Ta-ra.
Take care.